Alright everybody, grand final, Meta Madness. We're gonna crown a champion today. Team Mascarade is going up against Team Lauber, a best of 5 series. After making it through the group stage and through our single elimination bracket, we have the 2 finalists right here. Game number 1 on Infernal Shrines. We have 23 heroes pre-banned before all of this starts. They're listed down below. And of course, every single hero that gets played in one of these games can only be played once throughout the series. So every single hero that you see in game number 1 cannot be played in game 2, 3, 4, or 5 if it comes to that, and so on and so forth. Same is true for the heroes that get played in the second game. And we just came from a 5-map series where we had 69 heroes banned at the end of the day. So let's see how far we're going here. And of course I'm going to cast with Trixler again, as Timmy and I are going to see which team takes the victory. Is it the IKEA boys, the full Swedish lineup, or is it going to be Masquerade's team?
We sure will, Tommy. We'll cast together to the best of our ability. Let's do it. Tychus, Sonya, Zarya, all banned, and an Oofer as well.
Yeah.
My golly.
Tychus ban is pretty much like what you see every single time that Infernal Shrines gets locked in, if he's still available, because he's just too powerful at this point. With all the other heroes that are banned out, not being able to counter him, Tychus is just an insta-ban. Nobody wants to go up against the Odin here. It's already annoying enough to go up against Alexstrasza. They actually sometimes drafted in previous series Alexstrasza and Tychus the way that NA did in HGC times.
It's freaking strong on this map if you get the right engages, so it makes sense. There's Rexar, who has been a mainstay so far for most of our teams. The CC train, the AoE, the control on the bushes, it is just a strong pick in general.
Yeah, he's absolutely incredible. I mean, he popped up after HGC went down. I think it was early 2019 when he started to make an appearance. And back then it was like Sir Ice Cream and the boys that were playing him for the first time. So a lot of the Russians coming through with him. And ever since, he's been a staple. Sylvanas also taken right away. Deckard Cain, of course, great on the map. Good zoning in particular, every single time that the objective pops up.
Was it time to get Alexstrasza? I feel like this would be a good time to pick up Alexstrasza.
I mean,
get some meaty boys, get a main tank, play defense. Ragnaros becomes an option.
Malfurion is Malfurion is also up, and that's what they're taking. But yeah, good on the Ragnaros troll.
It's not a troll. Molten Core is OP.
No, I mean, I think honestly that if they're playing something like Ragnaros, is rather going to be played on something like Tomb of the Spider Queen or later, if that comes to that. I mean, we've seen it here tw, to be fair. We've seen Ragnaros played once on Infernal Shrines and Meta Madness. But so far, it seems like most of the teams that played him were either picking him. I mean, we saw him with Braxis once, 2-3 times on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So
is Braxis in the map pool? Is that a thing?
Yeah, Braxis is in the map pool.
Cool.
I banned Volskaya Foundry out of the map pool because I cannot cast another game on Resident Sleeper Foundry.
Bro, why does every player love that map?
They don't.
I don't get it.
They just think it's better than a lot of the others. Most of the players also don't love it that much either, but it's just so boring. It's like insane. If they would mix up, if they would randomize the spawn positions of the objective, I think it would get better. But the way it gets played, it's just so scripted. And so, yeah, I removed Volskaya, and to make sure that we have enough maps, I just threw in Braxis and said, like, all right, let's go for that one. That's fine.
Give Khaldor an editing tool. Let him make maps. Let's do it.
I'm not so sure, but I feel like the fix on Volskaya to make it at least a bit more interesting is kind of easy. If you randomize,
you know what I would do?
It's so much better.
If I got the ability to design on this game for a day, I would give everybody in the game the hunt as a third heroic option.
That would be interesting.
That would be insanely fun.
Murky.
You would always have the ability to control split pushers. Suddenly your hero kits make a lot of sense. Like, it would just work. It would just work.
That is so dumb. Can you imagine Abathur with the hunt?
Yeah. PogChamp.
Big slaps coming in. Dehaka taken on Infernal. Okay, so didn't really think they would go for that. But I told you, Lauber played him as a main tank, and he does it again in game number 1 already. Yeah, we talked about this earlier, actually, now that I think about it. So, Dehaka main tank, Rex on the side, Maiev together with it, and Vala played by Gia for the main damage. Now, Rutsu, who's usually the one to absolutely murder for the blue team, for the Mascarade. What are they going to get for Infernal Shrines for the first map here? Well, it's the Panda. Chen is coming out early to play today. We got the panda, ladies and gentlemen, so time to rock and roll. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines. Let's get this started. The grand final underway. Best of 3 series. Our first map is Infernal, and let's see which team takes the lead in this one. Team Lauber or Team Mascarade? Infernal Shrines, map number 1. Let's go. We got Team Mascarade up against Team Lauber. The grand final, ladies and gentlemen. We have Mascarade himself on Blaze, main tanking it up, already switching things up quite a bit here, adjusting so that they have a few more things left later on in the game, I suppose. We got Cascan over on Deckard Cain, Make on Zul Ruzzo, switching it on to Sylvanas, and Stork is playing Chen. Whereas on the right side of the map, Team Lauber, the IKEA boys with Galnegulnar on Malfurion, the Swedes, Rock De Haka with Lauber himself, Max Passion on Rexa, Skork on Maiev, and Gia is playing Vala. Let the games begin. Meta Madness Grand Final.
Lauber with the aggressive dig was looking for a hook, but blue team is fully aware of what De Haka can bring to the table. Plays it safe, plays it slow, Mascarade starts to move up, and now the waves clash. And we'll see how it all pays off for the teams. Dragon's still available, and Lauber connects it. Shen's locked down. He pops a Z. Can he stay alive? He's so low on HP. He falls, and Mascarade may be next as he gets away with a small amount of health.
Yeah, Gia crushing on Vala here, but that was a fantastic dragon. The follow-up from Galnegulnar was absolutely perfect. Nice opening. Team Lauber with a really good opening here. They get the initial kill on the map. And are roaming the map now a little bit to see if they can also set up for the first objective, so to say, the camps that will pop up at 1 minute in the game. But there's a counter kill. Max Passion goes down. Nicely done. Really well played. And of course, bot lane control allows them to go for the camps now. But I gotta say that was a really good setup that we just saw from Mascarade, as they are making sure that Team Lauber knows that this is not going to be a pushover game.
And they immediately just open up this wall here. In kind down on the bottom lane, we see Vala and Sko doing their best here to go ahead and clear out this wall at the same time, but they are just not as fast as Sylvanas, as they get a wall and a turret, whereas in the bottom side, just some damage. The wall still stands, and so does the turret, and they're hoping to change that soon.
Yeah, Gia already scares me. Like, he is just moving around the entire time, just stutter-stepping his way through one shot after another and keeping the Hatred stacks up as much as he can. Playing the cowgirl here to its fullest potential, and he was a huge part of why they got the kill initially in the first place. Now Malfurion also, I highlighted that, but he moved to the top and he nearly fell into the trap here, so they have to be careful where they go, if they go for an aggressive or a more passive rotation. Stork is again getting attacked, and now that Mascarade is moving in, he's immediately becoming the target, but Galnegulnar is low, and that's the kill against Malfurion. Nicely done. Maiev was moving in there, still trying to zone Blaze out, and it's looking good for them, even without Gia, who was zoned by Make himself, but the fight isn't over by any means. They're trying to go in again, and that's Maiev annihilated. Shen about to get dropped. What a slaughter, Tim!
Oh my god, that was just an orgy of health bars, and it looks like the red team's gonna come out with the advantage here. Another drag from Lauber, the main tank De Haka is bringing the pain. Rutzo's like, I'm gonna come in and do some damage, and then he's like, wait a minute, there's a bear there. And he decided to go ahead and roll away. Rutzo playing it safe, but now we got a shrine available here in the middle of the map, as the red team is going to go ahead and group up and start to position aggressively for it.
Mad brawl. We are 2.5 minutes in and we already have 7 kills over here. There's a lead in experience for Team Lauber, and they are going for their own shaman camp at the top right. And honestly, it doesn't really seem like the blue team can respond. The shrine is already active, and Make has the wave clear, of course, topside to push this out a bit further, but they won't be able to rely on the shaman camp, so that's a little bit of a problem. Everybody is moving straight into the middle, and Team Lauber is taking control of this easily. Blue team just decides they're attempting to push with Sylvanas, but Lauber is counter-pressuring. But there's, of course, some structural damage, so they're just trying to get a bit... Ooh, too careful. Ooh. Good job.
23-0. Looks like blue team's going to go and give this one up. There is an engage on top of Maiev here on the bottom right. With Lauber stepping up, he'll be just fine on defense. And level 7 is usually where De Haka steps up in most of our compositions, and I want to see if that's going to be the case here. Do we get the cooldown reduction on auto attacks here for De Haka? No, he goes for a Loon's Wrath. Needing at least 2 heroes with a single fan of... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking... oh, here it is. Symbiosis. Every time Dark Swarm damages an enemy hero, reduce cooldown by 0.4 seconds. Listen, my cursor was over the talent and it was reading me the wrong one, alright? Bug.
Dude, it was perfect. He goes for Loon's Wrath, and I'm like, what, really?
What the fuck? Another huge fight down here in the bottom left. Man, they love this part of the map. Mascarade goes down 2, and red team finds an advantage, takes a Merc camp, and has a Punisher too.
I gotta say that Loon's Wrath is really paying out for Lauber here.
It really is.
He's coming in.
Dahaka is destructive on that talent.
Yeah, they didn't quite get the jag against Make here, but that fight was again just crazy. It was pretty much like a repetition of the one before, and it ended up with the camp taken and multiple kills. Now Rutsu is trying to take that down so it doesn't do too much work, but with 6 kills to 3, Team Lauber, they are doing fantastic here. They're doing really well.
Bounce around the map, and Dahaka also going into position where he's kind of soaking too. In the top lane, he's immediately getting the experience here for his team, can burrow in at any point. They have Misha checking all the bushes too, so it's kind of cool to watch these two adjust and rotate out as the pseudo main tank for this team.
Yeah, Vala of course going for the next quick camp here, as everybody else is just zoning a little bit. Skog is also keeping vision here, the side, so does Blaze. Malfurion is baiting a little bit, but, well, as long as Skog is staying at the side, nothing's gonna happen there, especially since Rexa and Misha are now starting to move in too. But, yep, Misha comes in, makes the stun happen, and that's a kill against Sylvanas. Nicely done. That was actually fantastic here.
Is this going to be a trend? Is this normal for Team Lauber and his boys? Because my gosh, they are cleaning up right now.
They're crushing in this one. I mean, the early game at least is looking really good for them. The early level 7, and it's quite something. We got the disc out for Maiev, so a bit of a different approach than what we've seen previously. Malfurion hasn't made a commitment yet. Skog nicely dodging out on the CC here, but level 10 will be ready for Masquerade's team in a few more seconds as well, and then things could definitely turn.
Alright, 10 is here. What are we getting for Chen? It's going to be the
It's always a top keg play, baby.
Always a top keg?
Honestly, the only one that didn't play keg was Nintori, the NA player. That was the only one that didn't go keg.
We won't talk about Nintori. Me and him have disagreements on the video game. Well, Mascarade gets tethered in, gonna drop down the jet propulsion, go straight on top of Maiev. Skog trying to retreat back, but here's Lauber to save the day. He's got a tongue and he's ready to use it. He misses. Gosh, I built him up and everything.
Typical caster curse right there.
Oh my gosh.
Top lane, well, there's a bit of damage on the fort here, so gotta be careful with that. Despite the kill difference, the lead for the red team isn't really that big. It's more the structural damage that I'm really worried about because they got so much done here. Good drag in the middle and the follow-up on Masquerade is there too, but it's not enough to secure them a kill yet. It's going to be much harder later on when he has his stacks done on the new habits on the level 1, so there's that. But yeah, Make and his boys, they're still trying to slowly bring this back now. It's all about the next objective. The problem really is Lauber's level 13. They can get that. That's definitely within reach. Half a level, 14 seconds, maybe not available as you enter the fight, but if you take another minion wave or 2, you are able to get that as the objective is still being fought over.
Zul right now trying to get the advantage on the top lane, but Dahaka's going to answer that right away. But Make attempting to try and get this to crash into the fort. Also want to put a little bit of damage on top of this Dahaka. One of the best things they could do is get the essence popped. Lauber turns around and get the tongue though. And now something Field of Majors going in, and Make is just getting styled on right now. Make, you okay, bud? Yeah. Zul, mount up and run, needs to get out of this fight ASAP. He's going to be able to escape just barely by juking, but Dahaka has other plans. He goes straight to the bottom lane, and now it's a 5v4. Yeah,
there's the barrel as he goes for the plays, trying to keg it out, but at the same time, we still got Dahaka looking for the connect and the drag. They're trying to get a Masquerade who has to bunk up immediately. Level 13 talents are by now also ready for Team Lauber, and they're using it right away. The old man with the sleeper setup, but Sylvanas is down, and there's another tongue. Lauber, absolutely fantastic. Ladies, find yourself a man that can use a tongue like Lauber can with Dahaka. Unbelievable.
What? Top lane's being pushed in, as Zul and Jen are pushing in for the keep, clearing out the wave. That's a pretty big
I made Tim speechless. Woo!
Damage and stuff is happening on the stream. Big combo. Where's Lauber's tongue?
Well,
Sylvanas needs it right now. There's a bear charge. There's a combo.
Yeah, the keg plays, but the can maybe get a little bit more down here. They go for the keep again. Dehaka is not coming down here. His job is done. He's done for the day. Sitting at the top side, getting experience, but well, the red team isn't pushing the play at the bot lane either. They're just making a play for the fort in the middle now, which they might not get either, honestly, because the defense is there immediately.
It really is. Well, the experience lead is just jumping for the red team as they move towards level 16. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Blue team looks kind of fucked right now. Like, how do you answer this back? Do you get the damage reduction or armor reduction at 16 for Sylvanas if it's still at 16? I don't remember. I haven't played her in forever. And then just try to melt a target? Like, things are looking rough here for our blue team. I
mean, honestly, if they got Kayn can set something up and they are able to get a good mind control through, then maybe. It's interesting to me that we also have Tempered by Discipline taken for Vala. So I don't think you necessarily need Gloom here. So I'll find it fair with me. But that is something you don't see all the time. But right now, Vala is working in so many auto attacks in these fights as well. Gia is just absolutely popping off, and he doesn't even have Manticore yet. Another strafe is coming out. He gets the damage connected and forces the bunker being used. Mascarade is trying to get out. Lauber missed the isolation over here, and they're not connecting with anything. They have Skok at the bottom, chasing Blaze away, as Lauber is trying to go for another tongue, and he gets it! Told ya, the man is a genius.
He used it on that Panda, and that Panda is gonna be taken out. Gosh, Dehaka finding these picks so far. Poor Rutzo, man, can't catch a break. They started that fight engaging on Dehaka, and right when Dehaka went for the burrow, there was a mind control that was flung out, and it was meant to hit Dehaka and pull them in and focus him down, but Dehaka was able to burrow underneath it, and that really stopped them from getting the CC train they were looking for with the Wandering Keg. And sadly for Rutzo, it made it look like it was a little bit too hard for them to win that fight. And then immediately afterwards, the red team just ran them over, and it continues to be the trend here as 16 is the next goal for our blue team.
Also, we got 23,000 damage on Maiev, just showing how impactful she's been in this game. Not even Vala is able to cross that. She's at 22, which isn't bad either. But look how they're diving. They're just diving behind that fort, or they're thinking about it. Finally retreating here, letting Nisha eat the damage. There's the burrow, isolation. They go for Chen. That's the opponent's play. That's the kill. Sylvanas. She goes down, quickly annihilated. And they're just picking them apart.
Blue team can't fight anymore. There's no damage around. They have to pull away. This fort looks dead. Misha is trying to chase down the other bear on the map. Won't be able to get to him, but that's a free fort. Punisher up and available. And what do we got here? Maybe one, maybe two more big fights for the blue team. They gotta kick it in gear and show what this combo's supposed to do, because they are looking like they're just not ready for this finals, to be honest.
The problem that I have with all of this is that they're just not in a position where they can control Vala. And if Gia has the space to just work in auto attacks, now that he has Manticore, he's gonna melt them down. And seriously, they just can't put the pressure on him. It's always Dehaka and Maiev at the front that control them so well and just draw the attention. So Gia has all the space in the world. I mean, look at him. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. They're trying to go for the barrel here and maybe finally can get something done against Gia, but he's already starting to move back out. But I think this time he's gonna die. He could still get the kill. Finally a kill. Dehaka down, and so is Vala. They're starting to focus the right targets here, and it gets rewarded.
Potion comes in. We need one more potion. Oh, is the potion gonna come up? Rutsa trying to stay alive. Oh my gosh, he lives with like 3 HP. And here we go. Here's the spirit I was looking for in the grand finals. The blue team is finally able to clean up. The good thing for them is they forced that fight when it was a 4v4 while Sylvanas was on the way in, and Maiev was actually doing the camp to the top right corner. And that's why they were able to find some isolation and finally get a couple of picks. Just the red team wasn't together. I don't think they assumed an engage would happen that quickly. And a small breath of relief here for our blue team as they are finally able to clean up the map, get some experience, and look towards their first Punisher of the game.
Yeah, they took Dehaka down early, and then it was also Chen able to finally isolate Vala a little bit. There was no Nature's Cure available any longer from Malfurion. So it was a real good setup, and once those two were down, they were able to lock in another kill against Maiev. Finally, as you said, some kills that leads to a Punisher, and they're closing the gap in experience between the two teams. So now we're looking at level 18 for both of them. And the push through the top lane, I mean, technically they could try and take a keep here. So we'll see if they can make that play. But either way, it is a pretty sexy setup because that's the first time that they are in the driver's seat.
And this is where Sylvanas pops off. Turn off this keep, just rush on in. Make in a position to step up and get a bone prison. The mind control is up and available. Rutzo misses it again. This poor guy is just not able to find it. Good sidestep there by Max Passion. Now we do have Blaze and Chen diving a little bit too far for my taste. Will it be a hurtful one for them? Find out next time as the Punisher slows down everything and the bear gets picked off.
Are they going for it? Like,
are they?
I hope not. No. They're falling back here. After the keep fell, I was really thinking, guys, you should back out now. But they stayed for another second. There's a double camp, by the way, in the middle that at least does some counter damage. Obviously, he's not going to be able to take a keep or anything, but even if it's just in a position to take the wall down, that would be a good opening. They're trying to go for Sylvanas over here. Rutsu is on the run, and I think he's going to make it out. The rest of the blue team is also trying to escape. This is a mad chase here, what we're seeing from Team Lauber.
Containment comes out. Okay, I was wondering if you're going to try and go for the dive. Felt like Stock was in a position where it'd be a little bit too hard to force that. Then, of course, he could always respond back with a keg, which is coming up in a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 and a quarter, 19 and a half, and suddenly we got a game.
Yeah, we definitely have one. First keep that goes down, and it's Team Lauber that loses it. Now, 20... I mean, this is one of those situations where you have the earlier 20, but the window is so small that you can't really do anything with it. Look at them already hearthing. They don't know where the opponent is, so they're faking hearths up. The Haka's the only one that goes back, but they were a little bit afraid that there might even be a call for core, because we've seen that before. We've seen some insane moves onto the core there. So they're hearthing this one out, deciding to only send the Haka back. He has the global, he gets the 20 for them, and that gives us now Contagion. If he hits a good one, that would be insane. And Vala has all of the safety now with her Farflight Quiver that she needs. And Gia has done a great job in this game. Can he do it again, though? They need him in the next fight to put the pressure onto Blaze and Chen.
Does Blaze Bunker still cleanse off isolation?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're able to get it done. Okay. So that's one way that they can handle it. Mascarade has to make sure he lands that bunker, and then everyone just hops into it if they get hit with isolation. So comms will be important here. But still, Contagion... very terrifying, as you were mentioning. And then, of course, looking over to Vala with that extra attack range makes it much more difficult to even dive her. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
just try to get the bear.
At this point, you can just like try to get whatever you want. Dark Lady's Call, the cooldown reduction is so sick that you can YOLO that thing out whenever you have it. You can even check bushes with it without any problem whatsoever. We've seen that a lot. If you get a lucky hit in, then you're just great. And now camps get taken. Both of the teams are aiming for that. Of course, the blue team has an advantage to the constant catapult spawn that they get. Lauber is taking care of another catapult. The problem for Team Lauber is that the bot lane is where the next objective spawns. And here comes the attack. Nicely done. They're waiting long, and the camp gets claimed, or at least it should be. But the mind control is there, and that's the kill just as the shrine gets announced. The timing couldn't be more perfect. The kill against Maiev just as the objective is about to come up, and they steal the camp away too. Absolutely incredible. Team Mascarade, they got dumpstered on earlier, and now they're in such a good spot to get even further ahead in this game.
Team Mascarade, I apologize professionally. I didn't mean to call you out for not being ready for the match. You are now showing up, and you're doing great. Keep it up. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, this should be an objective for them. I don't see a way that they're losing out on the Punisher here. It's just not going to happen. I mean, 20 seconds until Maiev is back? No way they're fighting this without her. 11 stacks already. Lauber, they are hoping that someone goes... Yeah, this is exactly what they hoped for. Stork moving in a bit too close. Lauber connecting a drag and then maybe a kill. But Stork wasn't hit, so he could move away from it. But Lauber is going to try for that again. Nobody's going to fall for it, I assume. We got Zul dealing with the top lane. Bone Spear already out. Slices away. But now they're starting to engage. They see Zul top lane. They know it's a 4 versus 4. They're saying, guys, this is the moment. Let's move in. Maiev is back. It's a 4 versus 4. They don't have a numbers advantage. So let's take control right now. Get Maiev back in. And once Zul arrives, it's a 5 versus 5 fight. But this is the only chance we got.
But smart disengaging the blue team as well while they wait for Zul to come in. And here's Zul. So Chen jumps in. Here comes the Skeletal Mages. The Arcane Punisher. Or, I'm sorry, the Frozen Punisher? Punisher is being grabbed. Doesn't matter. Combo goes in. There's a bunker. And we could not get Decker Cade into it. He could not be protected. They got to find some kills. Max Passion is low on HP, but he's just barely holding. Finally, he gets picked off. Rutzo trying to survive himself, but the strafe will finish him off from Gia.
Sylvanas down. They're pinging Galna Gulnar. They want Malfurion, and they get him. Punisher is on the map and is doing work at the bottom, but another kill comes in against Blaze, and they have defended against the attack. And the Mortar Punisher, the only one that Tim didn't name, is now moving.
I know! No!
Arcane Punisher, Frozen Punisher, whatever, is going to the
33% chance to get it right!
is making it through the bot lane right now, but they can hold the keep, and honestly, that's all that they needed to do here. So great job with the attack by Team Lauber. That one must have been a bit of a relief to get this many kills.
Well, good defense there. What's the best defense? A great offense. If you murder everybody, you don't have to defend them. Well played there by the red team.
Pretty much.
They get some picks. Punisher doesn't take out the keep at all. And now we are setting up for another Punisher, and we are going into the late game.
Yeah, 14 kills to 9. Still the big lead for Team Lauber on kills. The problem is that when it comes to structures on the map, they're still behind. Not having the... They still have a fort in the middle, but that doesn't do anything for you if you have lost the top keep. That's way more important. So there's that. 47,000 damage. This time they're actually committing with like 2, 3, 4 heroes to the camp. They're not going to get that one stolen away from them again. And what's happening at that top lane? Are they setting up for a bit of a trap, or what's going on here? Seems like
the Chinese bush meta of 2016 is back in full effect.
Yeah.
Good times.
Alright, doesn't work out.
Moves in. They gank the bear. Everything on the bear, even the mind control. Kill that bear!
That's unbearable. Well, Misha didn't make it out here, but bear with me, Rexa is still alive, so that's at least one thing that they can still use. And Misha will be back, I'm pretty sure of it.
Mascarade thinking about using that bunker, watching Maiev in particular. Maiev steps up, goes to the tether, hits Mascarade, mind control comes out, it does not connect. Mascarade jet propulsion behind, looking at Lauber. Lauber healing for the moment. Meanwhile, in the top lane, catapults are moving towards the core, and the bottom lane, Red is putting some pressure towards the keep.
And Lauber is the one who can easily... This is the beauty of having the Haka at this point, that he can global and really come back and just help out. Mind control is missing again, but they're making the engage happen. They go for Lauber. He has to go for the burrow. The camp is about to be taken. They are bunkering up. Misha is on the point, making it work for the team here. Mascarade low, so is Lauber though. Core gets attacked by the catapult, but we're not really in Winian territory yet. 21 minutes in. The Keck plays, ladies and gentlemen, as Chen saves himself, and the camp gets finally claimed by the red team. Lauber has to move back now. Cores are already in play here, and he needs to take that catapult down. He can always global in, and he's gonna make that move probably soon if needed, but they're setting up another trap attempt. Misha kind of giving it away a little bit. Traitor.
Her animal instincts kick it in. Just gotta defend. I do like this camp being grabbed now. I would prefer for it not to be pulled off completely until the Punisher shrines are popping up. There we go. We'll see if they're going to wait this out. Nope, they're going to go ahead and grab it now. There's going to be an equal response from our opponents, the red team, on the top right side as they're grabbing their own camp, and it's all going to come down to the shrine, it feels like.
Yeah, it's also a bit of a long first map here even. I mean, we have 24 kills now that we're heading into this, and this is for all the marbles. Last time that we had the engage happen, Maiev was initially missing. This time they have a much better chance. Oh, can he go for the drag again? He's gonna try, and whoa, the Keck!
Oh, even Keck go.
Better safe than sorry. Let's get the hell out of there. He's able to save himself, but here comes the engage. We're going to see the Arcane Punisher taken this time. Here comes the move. Are they going to go for the Contagion? Lauber, does he have a chance? He gets locked down by Decade for just a second, but they're still trying to play this out. Zul popped his ult. Skeletons get already cleaned up as they're re-engaging on the shrine.
Shout out to red team. They all turn around and kill both the skeletal mages. Here's the containment on top of Zul. Jin is going to be jumping in. Here goes Sylvanas getting some decent damage out. Make pops the bone armor, able to hold his own. There goes the borrowed prison as well, but Skog is able to jump it. We do have Misha low on health, but escaping away as we're going to have Gunner dropping the heals.
Absolutely insane. Fight the mind control, and Maiev goes down. Top lane gets pushing at the same time. Mascarade is low though as Chia comes in with one auto attack after another, and he's able to get the kill with the multi-shot. Chen still trying to barrel away, but once he pops out, he has to deal with the auto attacks of Vala. The core is going to be under attack in just another second, but now Sylvanas is also low, and with a strafe, they're trying to get the kill. They connect the damage, and Roots of 2 hit points, and he's dead.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, the core is about to start losing its armor. It's down to 94%. We're gonna have a back from Dahaka at the last second. Another combo comes in. That's the Malfurion root. Max Passion gets picked off. Stock trying to stay alive. There's a potion right next to him. He grabs 2 of them just in time as Cascon is doing his best to keep him alive. But Vala, she is hungry. She is a hunter. She takes down Dahaka. Stock attempts to escape, gets into a bush and hides for the moment. But with it all said and done, 4 are down. 2 picked for the red team, and the core took 48% damage on the right side of the map.
They got the kills though. 4 kills. The last one against Deckard Cain as Dahaka was defending, but now they have to make this one count. You are running out of points on the core and you need to make a move here. The heroes are slowly coming back. Maiev back to business. So is Malfurion as he moves back in. They got a window. It's a small one, but they have it. They can take at least the keep down, but in an ideal world they would do more. Gia trying to keep the hatred stacks up as they're making the play right now. What an insane fight, by the way. And Gia just popping the numbers. Look at his damage output. 84,000. He is murdering. Farfly Quiver, Manticore. The keep is gone within seconds. Deckard Cain down for another 14. They're kicking it out, but there comes the quick burrow as they're getting away. Stalk is able to make it out too, but they seem to be able to defend. Or can they? The core gets slowly attacked, and Team Lauber, they need to do some work here.
All 5 will be up. Team Lauber only having 4 here though, because do remember that Rexar has went back. He's on his way on over. Make steps up. Here's the combo. Mascarade's been locked down, low on HP. Lauber hunting here, looking for a fight. Mind control has come out. Stay a while and listen. Make tries to fight and engage. Here goes his Bono.
They're going for it. They're trying to take it down. 50% on the core. Rutso jumps in, and that's going to be a kill against Smala. Is that the defense? 10%, and no, it's a win for Lauber as they lock in the victory on game number 1 in the best of 5 grand final. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Alright, game number 2, everybody, let's go. We got our game popping up over here, where, well, we have the lead for Team Lauber. Pretty crazy first map, honestly. Tomb of the Spider Queen is map number 2 in the grand final. And, well, there's 1,400 euros to be shared between the 2 teams, so there's quite some money on the line. Team that comes in as a champion is going to take 1,000 euros and 1,600. What am I talking about? Second team gets 600 euros, 2,000 in total, all sponsored by a high tech. So make sure that you check out that link in the video description to support them a little bit and support the tournament here. Hit that link and make sure that we can run more tournaments in the future with high tech as a sponsor.
Hey Khaldor, what does high tech do? Why should I check them out?
Well, high tech, they actually have a lot of PCs that you can check out and sell hardware. So if you're in the market for some of that stuff, have a look. And again, if you're clicking the link, you're supporting the tournament here too, and you show them some love, and we might be able to run more in 2021 with him. And since we all agree that 2021 can only get better, that's what we're all hoping for.
You know who loves high tech? Handsock does. Right, Khaldor?
Okay, for everybody that watches the YouTube video, Handsock is a silly thing that Tim started to try and make a thing, which didn't work, and he's trying to bring it back. That's all that happens here. Okay. They don't watch Twitch chat, they don't know.
Now they will. Kerrigan! First pick on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Kerrigan Arthas, please? I
mean, you want to go old school? What was it? And it wasn't in Venom. Was it in Venom? What was the talent back in the day?
Oh yeah, and Venom. Yeah. That was the ability he used to have.
Yeah, Kerrigan Arthas with the Venom. That was like sick city. But this is like kind of one of the first times that we actually get to see Kerrigan, because in Nick's game earlier, she was just banned out continuously.
Well, today we get her on Tomb of the Spider Queen. All about getting in those lanes and trying to set yourself up. Murden and Sonya. Pretty durable frontline then here for Tomb of the Spider Queen, and it feels like that seems to be kind of the case here with Lauber and crew. They usually go for a couple of bruisers, a couple of tanks in the front line. They seem to really want to go for that control, and it pays off for them.
And it could be scary here. You have a light bomb engaged with Kerrigan, and if she's in trouble, she can also move out. And Varian, father and son right here.
Oh, that's just lovely. Look at that.
I mean, the last time that we saw it, Anduin just backstabbed Daddy the entire time, so that wasn't really all that lovely. So, yeah, I think that Anduin is just like a horrible, horrible embarrassment as a child.
Jesus, the things you say. Anduin, you're doing great, man. I support you. Keep up your life. You like Master Stormwind and stuff. Keep it up, man. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
Khaldor
rumor
just
has it that the reason
cynical.
why Varian is yelling around the entire time is because he has all that anger built up about how his son turned out, and I can completely support that.
Well, Variant loves his son. Oh my gosh. There's something wrong with you, man. They're doing great. Keep it up, guys. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Lots of turkey for everybody. Malviol's been banned here.
Yeah, turkey would be nice for Varian. He can go twin blades and slice it up real nice.
Mmm. Gul'dan taken away. They're looking out for that Horrify.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, right now, the CC and the danger from the red team, from the blue team is already a bit nuts. I mean, first of all, I thought, like, okay, Light Bomb, Kerrigan, now you have Light Bomb together with Varian and the Taunt behind it, plus Kerrigan chipping in. All they need is some serious burst damage behind it, and you're good to go. And you can do so much here. I mean, technically, they could even drop in a Jaina, which we don't see a whole lot. So, yeah, there's tons of damage. I mean, Greymane is up for sure, too, if you want to have him.
I always enjoy Kael'thas into any type of dive comps that have multiple melees, which in this sense, Kerrigan and Variant can work here. Just getting that chain bomb off is always useful. Gives you a little bit of control too, and a little bit of self-peel as well, because any mage that you pick up against a Kerrigan is usually in trouble. So if you have the chance to have a button that can give you some time, it's always a great choice. And plus, Kael'thas complements the map. Good pickup.
And you got Mana Addict, but here comes the Greymane pick. I mean, they're building a killer composition that is absolutely out of this world right now. So those engages are going to be rough. Tons and tons of frontliners here too. We got Thrall in from Mascarade. I mean, just look at this combo. This is dangerous as hell. The problem is if they fall behind, it will be tricky for them to come back into the game because every time they go for a kill, they have to commit. They either have to find a single target somewhere on the map that's isolated, or they have to commit to the fight. So they don't have a lot of poke from a distance that they can use here. Well, but there's Falstad, so they're trying to go for the Gust apparently. Yeah, trying to gust them away here. That's actually a pretty good pick. Normally not really something that we think about too much on Tomb of the Spider Queen because you don't get a lot of value out of the global. But with Gust, that could be a great counterplay against what we're seeing from Team Masquerade here. So guys, Tomb of the Spider Queen, let's make it happen. We got game number 2 coming up. Team Masquerade against Team Lauber, the grand final of Meta Madness. Game number 2, Team Lauber is in the lead at the grand final. We have Tomb of the Spider Queen as our map. And Masquerade with the blue team on the left side. We got Stalk on Varian, Mako on Greymane, Cascan on Anduin, Masquerade with the Trolling Thunder on level 1, Rutsu on Kerrigan. And they're going up against Team Lauber with the man himself on Muradin, Gul'dan on Karazim, Max Passion on Sonya, Skork on Kael'thas, and Gia with Falstad in game number 1, committing right away to the Seasoned Marksman for a little bit more auto attack damage against all those melee heroes over here. And Sonya also dropping the tough as nails. Muradin going into the dwarf block. I'm detecting a little bit of a trend here.
And what is that?
Well, they're all making sure that they're having not that much trouble with the auto attacks on the other side. Given that pretty much every single damage dealer there is focusing on that.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Wave clear begins, and you see Rutsu jump in with that Kerrigan Q. So this is actually a common tactic that you see a lot of Kerrigans do. They'll jump in, and then try to force you to use some of your mobility, and then kite backwards, and then try to catch whoever attempts to respawn to that initial dive in. Didn't pay off there, but you'll see that happen a lot with a lot of Kerrigan players, is they're just trying to make sure that they get full control. Having the threat of your combo is just as strong as actually using the combo. Now to say that,
already hopping, and that's the stun. Kerrigan, beautiful setup, nicely done. Kael'thas with the gravity lapse follow up, and that's kill number 1 as the Queen of Blades goes down.
That play was available because look to the very bottom. Make and Stalk were actually going for a full rotation to try and grab these giants, but Lauber, I think, saw it just barely because of Max Passion being able to get some vision there, and they're going to step up and try and look for another kill. There's the Stormbolt, there's the combo, and Varian is dead, just like in the lore.
Yeah, really easy kill here. I mean, did you know that rumor has it that Varian actually committed Sudoku because he was embarrassed by his son?
Oh my god, no, it's not a thing. It's not.
Honorable Subaru. Alright, I'll stop. No, but anyways, like the rotations that they have are really awesome. That's the second kill that they got with this now. And these Stormbolt engages were brilliant. And Lauber was waiting every single time for everyone trying to juke him before he really committed to the Stormbolt, and then they followed up on it. So they did a great job with that. And it gets a bit dangerous for Team Mascarade. This is a map where you can get snowballs, so you gotta be careful, especially now that Kerosene picked up, sorry, not only Kerosene, but like Khaldor's picked up as level 4.
Lauber's showing how strong Muradin can be, too. We had a Muradin earlier in the series. I think Wit played him. And just barely missed out on some of the Storm Bolts. But Lauber's been nailing his Storm Bolts, and it really shows. If you're able to find this CC, Muradin can definitely be a very, very scary tank. And one thing that he's doing really well is he's going in, dropping his W, looking like he wants to throw a Storm Bolt, and then he's waiting for his opponent to make a mistake or walk in a pretty telegraphed line, and then landing them. So keep an eye on Lauber if you want to learn how to hit those Storm Bolts.
Yeah. Easy setup now too, because at this point we have him with a Reverberation as the level 1 talent. And I guess it's kind of nice against the heroes that he goes up again, but I honestly, with the build, I expected him to either commit to a completely different setup or just go old school style and go for the double clap plus the healing static later on. But Lauber is himself a huge fan of the Bronzebeard Rage, and for good reason of that. So he decides to go for the extra damage, and they might get it here. Mascarade goes down, he loses the stacks on the level 4 and also his gems. That is pretty solid. Nicely done.
Khaldor, let me hear your chef's kiss. Mwah! That was beautiful play by Lauber. Let me hear yours. Give it to me.
Mwah.
Yes, sir! Lauber, you deserve that kiss. Chef's kiss on that engagement. Wait for the last second, taking all the shots, and then right when Thrall had nowhere else to go, Bowie lands the Storm Bolt, gets a CC, and that's another kill. Lauber, good job, buddy. You're clapping.
I get a little bit scared, honestly. Now, level 4 is, of course, up for variants, so they can try to get some counterattack. But look at it again! Barely, I mean, that is a save by Anduin, barely happening, just simply because we're already looking at Khaldor's moving in with another Gravity Lapse. If they don't get that pull in that moment, then it's just over. And that's 3 kills against 0. We have the turn-in now for the red team. And there's level 7. Oh, Marke himself, super low. And they're just dominating. Also, Muradin is committing to the Gimli build here with the level 7 talent. Oh, they're going for Khaldor's, and all of a sudden, blue team's back to business.
All it takes is one.
Yeah.
Just uno. That's Spanish for one. Kerrigan finds the combo, gets a pick on Kael'thas. That'll slow down the push slightly. Lauber attempting to set up and run interference as a opponents attempt to rotate to the bottom lane, but they actually can stalk out of position.
Yeah, not like this. Anduin. Oh, he doesn't have it.
The body block.
They're getting him.
Oh my god!
They get the kill! It was so good, and now they get the kill against Varian. The kill against Khaldor's initially was just such a huge relief as the Web Weavers come in, but now they destroy the bottom right there. Awesome setup. Mid lane gets attacked now too. Rutzer has 22 gems. He needs to fall back. And what a pressure play by Team Lauber. They are murdering right now. They are going through the structures of the blue team like hot butter through cheese as they are coming in with another power play. Nice. Fort already down. Good job.
Gosh, that hot butter is just piercing right now. Lauber doesn't pick Muradin, he picks Muradun, because you are finished when he gets in your face. Lauber is crushing right now, and the experience leads is starting to stack up. We do have one fort done in the bottom, or in the middle here, and I'm going to move them towards level 10. If they can keep this pressure up, they should hit 10 before their opponents and look for a fight.
Yeah, right now it's 1 kill against 4, and let's see what else we're gonna get from them. Because, well, stacks for Thrall haven't come together yet. Kerrigan is still trying to stack. They're trying to come back in this. There's simply a combo. This time it hits Lauber and it hits him hard. Experience is still the same, so that's the big one that they can still use here. The problem is simply that if they get level 10 and the second Web Weaver wave, then we could really watch a snowball. And Lauber is getting taunted. Maybe that's the opportunity, and there it is, the kill. Muradin goes down. This time, Gimli cannot hop out of the fight.
Yeah, we blame the healer on that one, for sure. Lauber makes
exactly.
Way to go, Gunner. Letting him down once again. Speaking of letting him down, Skog, what are you doing, bruh? Gets comboed out, walks into a Make, and suddenly, this team that had level 10 is under pressure. Ultralisk missed, but doesn't matter. The combo connects. Can they find more? Kaskin trying to deal with the Sonya as Max Passion pops the Wrath and looks for a fight.
Taunt and kill. Down they go. 4 kills to 4. All it took was a little bit of momentum. Just a second for Team Lauber not to pay attention. And Team Mascarade is not only back to business, but is looking fantastic here. Lauber has to hop out again, and they are just losing all cohesion. They looked great in their synergy earlier, but now that the blue team has started to step it up, it's getting way more difficult for the red team to stay alive and coordinate their attacks.
Yeah, they are kind of fumbling right now, but good job for the blue team finding their composure and now answering back in kind. They do have this combo that you talked about in the draft where you have Kerrigan move in with the ability to light bomb on top of it, so they'll be looking to use that CC to their advantage. Let's see what they can get off of this push here as they are starting to really hold their best stock. Almost trying to get Lauber down in the bottom right, but he hops over the fence just in time.
Also, we got the palm on the bonk. Karazim went for palm because they need to save these targets somehow, and they're realizing that with light bomb now being up and the Ultralisk being committed to, it's getting incredibly difficult. Mascarade connects a few more wolves and tries to complete the talent on level 4. It's going to take him a bit longer to make it happen, but they go at least through that bot lane. In the middle of the map, on the other hand, they kill against Khaldor. That's a big problem if you don't have your mana addict completed yet.
Lauber low on HP behind enemies' lines, but is able to get away with max passion to help him out. But Kerrigan's looking thirsty. And she's thinking about an engage here. I haven't seen her this thirsty since Raynor was on the board. Rutso, possibly moving in, decides to go ahead and pull away, though.
Oh my god! Perfect! Nice, that gets an applause. Nicely done.
What happened?
Well, they go for the camp right now, and Kerrigan, she might not be getting a Jimmy in this case, but she's still hungry and thirsty. The palm, a good monk always palms himself, tries to dash out, yet they kill against Anduin. They go for the queen, and they take her down. The Ultralisk is still there. They can't follow up yet, and they're getting crushed right now. Oh my god, they're lost. They're trapped. Oh, they're trapped. One of them gets out, and everybody else gets slaughtered.
Did we just witness the fabled Mighty Gust into Chain Bomb combo?
I mean,
we just saw Khaldor walk up, drop a firebomb on one target, and then Falstad came in with the Mighty Gust, pushed them all into a wall. The Chain Bomb exploded like a volcano, hitting 3 folks, and they got annihilated. Oh, that was beautiful to see. Oh,
absolutely murdered. 27 stacks are also Falstad. We're 9 minutes in and he's at 28 stacks. They're defending against the Web Weavers. Easy peasy up at the top, and there's a turn-in available for the red team too. They got the lead in talents. What a great game. Great action, like massive aggression from the blue team whenever they see an opportunity. Initially Lauber hunting with Muradin. And of course now they're collapsing onto the bot lane with another attempt on Mascarade, but they don't connect the Stormbolt. They take the fort, but here comes the flank as Kerrigan is looking for another engage with the rest of the team. She misses the combo though, but Stork is still going for the taunt against the birdie. The rest of the team fighting it out on the left.
There goes the Gust. There's a combo. Lauber jumps in, pops the chocolate avatar, auto attack and sock to death. There is a combo available for Kerrigan. Will she go for it? Divine Palm for the heal. Combo comes afterwards. Lauber is low. He tries to turn around to help his team. Gunner comes in, does a couple of punches, but Sonya is not strong enough, and she gets deleted. Kerrigan is caring again about her MMR points as she gets 2 picks and looking for a third. Gia, you sneaky bird. You got to get out of there. You got to run.
Absolutely insane fight. I mean, they came in, Muradin started to engage, and then the blue team locked Muradin down harder than California. Nicely done. 7 kills to 8.
So
absolutely brutal CC chains that we're seeing from Team Mascarade now.
Damn, that hurt. That hurt. That hit me independently. Everything's closed. I can't get macaroons. Feels bad, man. No coffee.
No coffee?
It has been.
Okay,
no
that's where I draw the line.
A lot of our stuff is closed down, man. Like, you can go through drive-thrus and whatnot, but the lines are so long, it's just not worth it.
That's where I draw the line. If you cut me off my coffee, then bad things are happening. Well, bad things are also happening in this game, at least for the red team. They're trying to engage again to turn it around to make something happy happen, but Mascarade gets pulled out. No kill. Can they turn it around? They might be looking for one. Rutsu is already attempting to re-engage, but has to fall back and tap the fountain instead.
So looking down at the gems right now, in terms of a lead, red team has 71 gems, so they can drop that off. But the experience is neck and neck right now, and it's not over until those gems are dropped in. Blue team at any point could force a fight. Oh, but a combo comes in, a light bomb comes out from Anduin, and sadly, Varian was up in the air. He couldn't turn around and use that combo to his advantage.
23,000 damage for Thrall. Top damage for him, actually, even more than Greymane. I mean, both of them are pretty much neck and neck when it comes to that. 11 minutes in, and honestly, we got kill after kill here. We have 15 kills already. Both teams waiting for the level 16 talents. There's 3 forts that have been destroyed, 2 on the blue team side and 1 on the red team side. But damn, they are all looking for these CC chains the entire time. Now, we got a couple of heroes that will get some power spikes. The scaling on Fawcett is definitely available, and once that we have Khaldor completed with the Mana Addict, he has a good chance of surviving some of these engages that he's currently suffering through. And let's not forget that Lauber needs just one more Stormbolt to also complete the baseline quest, and that would allow them to get the cooldown reduction as he goes in for his third talent. The Gimli build is completed. Okay, so now we got the full-on hoppity-hop dwarf setup. He's jumping in deep, and they try to go for Kerrigan. She gets the setup for just a second to survive longer, gets pulled out again, and that was just beautiful. The double kill on the turn against Sonya and Karazim. What a nice turnaround in that team fight by Team Mascarade.
Oh, I feel bad for Karazim. He went for the Cleansing Touch and the Divine Palm on top of Sonya, but Murden's thick body and thick beard got in the way, and the Hitbox actually got the Divine Palm on top of the Murden, who was at 80% health, wasn't in trouble whatsoever, and sadly you saw the fight really unfold because of that. Unlucky for our Karazim player. Hopefully that won't happen in the future. And speaking about unlucky, Skog, my dude, is getting comboed by Rutzo, but he says, you know what? I got Mana Addict. Here's a shield, here's some damage, and oh boy, I walk away. Here I go killing again.
He didn't see the turn, and he must have not realized that they are down there. And he only saw Karazim, Khaldor, and says like, hey, easy kill, but now they lost a couple of gems on this. There's mad gems in the hands of Team Lauber. Mascarade and his boys, they took the boss at the top and has to be defended. But we also have Cleansing Touch now, Tim. Cleansing Touch is in, and that is a huge tool against Masquerade's team composition. So this game is, honestly, this game is awesome. Action the entire time, from the right to the left to the right. We see one fight after another, both teams going for CC chains. Blue team turns in a mad amount of gems in the hands of Team Lauber, but they have to keep them if they want to make sure that they have the chance to go for a turn-in or even a double turn-in. I mean, right now, they have nearly 100 gems between them.
It's a lot of gems. We do have the Night Camp grabbed in the middle, and blue team is setting up for an aggressive push. They would love to find some kills, but also some forts here. They can potentially get 2 forts if they're able to play this correctly. You already see them clearing out the walls, so they have less room to deal with here, or more room to deal with, so that chain bomb can't be too effective. Lauber holding that front line, and while Lauber's been pretty aggressive, he's holding 42 gems now. Yeah. He's got to be careful. He can't die here.
Quest is completed. Fawcett has it. Activatable is ready for him. 40 stacks at least right now. And they're still... He's looking to defend at the bottom of the map. There's another Stormbolt for him. But with all the gems, as you said, he cannot play aggressive. If he's too aggressive and they lose them, that's their ticket back into this game. They need to keep those keeps alive, but the forts they can sacrifice, at least for now. There's another Unstoppable as Karazim is using whatever he has to make sure that those CC chains are not hitting too hard. Fawcett has dealt with the bot lane and is at 42 stacks now. Those auto attacks are gonna hurt. He has 51 gems. They have an easy double turn-in. 110 gems in total. That's 2 turn-ins if they get them. Here comes the stun. They're looking for the choke point. The bullet is hitting him. Avatar gets popped right away. And Max Passion is moving in from the side, trying to go for the kill against Thrall.
But there's an Earthquake. Mighty Gust hits on the left side. There goes the Chain Bomb combo. It pops in. Lauber's able to take over the camp. They get the Spell Aura, but will it be enough? Russo's looking for some damage, and he's full on health. Bam! He dives in. He gets a third, and Kerrigan is carrying right now with Make just popping off with the help of his teammates as well as all move forward. Make and Rutzo are just being a dynamic duo.
Absolutely insane. Rutzo putting on the backpack today and carrying the team to a potential victory in game number 2 here. Huge team fight. 3 kills. Palm never got off here, and now they're starting to go for the bottom keep. And with 3 heroes still down for 20 to 27 seconds, there is nothing to stop them. Sonya, Muradin, those are the 2. They won't be able to stop this. They cannot engage into it. If they die, then it's going to even be more trouble. The keep is down, and Team Mascarade with some mad momentum. And especially Rutzo is just popping off in those last few team fights.
It's going to get harder to kill Kerrigan too. Look at the level 20 pickup here for Thrall. Earthen Shields provides a very nice shield, 1 to the entire team, but 2 to Kerrigan, who's already building shield up and has an Anduin to back her up. If Rutzo is able to get the engages he wants and doesn't get CC trained, it's gonna be rough for the red team. Lauber holding on to 51 gems at the moment. Has a turn-in available if they can drop it off, but I don't think the blue team will give them a chance. Here's the taunt, here's the Cleansing Touch, Lauber gets out.
But look how low he got. They barely saved him. And they need to get to the turn-in, but now level 20 talents are, of course, ready for Team Mascarade, so they have a huge advantage, and they're going to run this for as long as they can. And they're not that far off from another turn-in themselves. They're at 56 gems right now. That leaves them 9 short of getting another Web Weaver wave. And it's just getting bonkers over here. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, Campbell gets taken in the bot lane. Marke has it now too. There's a few more stacks coming together for False, so that's kind of nice. But they can simply go for the... honestly, they should go at least to turn in the gems that they hold. Even if they can't complete the turn-in, get rid of what they got right now just to be on the safe side. And make sure that later on they are not losing them if the team fight turns against them.
It definitely affords them some time to be willy-nilly. And they agree with you. They're dropping off their gems right now. They can keep up that willy-nilly pressure. Try to defend. Make sure their opponents are not able to get their turn-ins in. Lauber steps up.
Oh, Kerrigan!
Rewind. Here's the lockdown. And Kerrigan gets CC'd locked.
Yeah.
It's not even fair.
Insta-kill. Insta-kill. Too aggressive, too greedy, a little bit too overconfident, and now we have 20 talents on both sides. We have the engage against Stalk. They're not quite in a position to get him. Blue Web Weavers, they're coming down. Bot lane has to be defended, but the red team is in a great position right now to at least defend.
Another combo comes in. Here's that Earthquake. Sonya trying to do her best here to spin to win, get some healing up. Big heals all across the board. Max Passion trying to get out of that Earthquake is able to queue over to Stalk. Stalk looking for the last auto attack, but Mach is going to be able to find it. And now Gunner is taking some damage too. Jumps to his teammate. There goes the Gravity Lapse. But look at the bottom lane. Yeah. There is core pressure.
They're in deep shit right now. Losing Sonya in that situation. Top lane is nearly pressing for keep. And honestly, this could be game here. It's definitely going to be keep. That's 100%. But they are still trying this one. They're coming in again. Maybe the kill, because Koi goes down. Anduin is dead. And that might just help them to keep at least one of those keeps in play. Stalk, a second kill. He's down. The top keep has fallen. They're losing out on structures. The core itself down to 78%. A few more shots are being fired. Keep in the middle, nearly destroyed. But that is still a fantastic setup, despite the 2 losses that they just suffered for Team Mascarade. Every single keep, with the exception of the mid keep, which has 3 hits left against it, is down now. But there's still 107 gems, at least for Team Lauber. They need to turn in now, and they need to make these turn-ins count.
Yeah, this attack needs to be a haymaker. You are intending to put a major dent into your opponent and attempt to at least open up the map. Because look at this, there's 3 keeps, there's a 4 at the top left. You even see down the bottom right, blue team is confident enough to take over the night camp from their opponents, knowing that they're going to be at the boss, which is 2 night camps pushing in the middle, which could get that keep, because that keep is very low on HP, and False they can't defend this. He could Mighty Gust it, and maybe buy some time. Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen here, as the boss is finally being grabbed in the top.
Greymane is still at the bottom. False is flying topside. He lets Sonya take over, but that's the end of the keep. That's a Hail Mary move. They need to make this one work, and they haven't turned in yet. They actually didn't turn in. The boss alone is not enough. It has to go to the fort first. This, I'm not sure. They could have lined this up a little bit better. Sonya is still defending. They can't turn in.
Oh, Ultra's combo goes on Gunner. Okay, he's able to go to the wall. But yeah, you're right. They're being denied completely. The fort is dealing with the boss on top left.
Greymane
it will move over to the keep wall soon.
Yeah, takes it down a little bit as well. And
I wonder
Murid
why
is
they have
trying
Sonya defending.
Turn in at the bottom. Stalk is going to interrupt that. There it is. And Greymane can let the top side slide. The keep's going to be fine. But the turn-in is there. Red Weavers are coming down, but they're not able to sync them up. Okay.
Okay. Big push here for the red team. Group it up in the middle. Got most of their waves already nice and lined up. Whenever you're doing a Web Weaver push in the late game, you want to try and get them all pushing at the same time so your opponents can't defend them all in a layered version. And False is getting that cleaned up. And False can fly in now. Lauber's doing all the scouting he can do with Gunner backing him up cleanses.
Stormbolt, Gravity Lapse, and Anduin with a save. Even Phoenix thrown out for this one. There's a lot of cooldowns already out. Falset is still at the bottom of the map, but he's going to fly in now. And they are already defending the middle. The catapults that they have pushing, they are really helpful. There's the setup against Sonya, and she makes it out. The Mighty Gust, the Wind Tunnel, denying the kill for now at least. And they're still pressuring through, but the Web Weaver is already gone. The one at the top lane is going to arrive next. The one at the bottom is still miles away. Carry again. Uh-oh. Trying to come in from behind. If they can catch him. Rutsu, the combo misses. Chrysalis, and he bolts away. Oh my god.
I am both in awe of that play and also shocked by that play. That was a Kerrigan trying to get a pick on a back line by herself, but able to get out of the fight just barely. But if 1 ounce of CC hits there, Russo's dead and it's game over. That was
for sure
a confident play. My God.
Yeah, that was... I mean, he both got lucky there a little bit, and it was also incredibly well done once that he committed. But they were... honestly, I feel like they just thought, hey, they're moving topside. If Kerrigan can come in from behind, she might be able to put some pressure onto this. But then they rotated down or tried to, and yeah, they weren't just ready for this. Anyways, 61 stacks for Falstad. The bird is getting some damage in. It's at 40,000 damage, but the single target output is real solid now. It's another potential turn-in for the red team. Let's not forget about this. They kept most of their gems in play as they lost heroes, always recovering them as much as they could. And now they have a chance to turn in again with Gulnar Gulnar holding 30 gems. There's the Stormbolt. So far, so good. But are they turning in? Can they deliver?
They're playing around that Dwarf Toss cooldown. That's the big one here for Lauber. If he doesn't have it up, he could be focused down. Still has a rewind available. They know that stock is in that bush. Another Stormbolt connects, and the pressure is starting to mount up. You see catapults starting to collect in the top side, bottom side as well. It's all about patience here for the blue team. Find that opening. Lauber takes a bit of a beating, jumps out, gets healed and cleansed. And Max Passion steps up, see if he can get a flank. Nothing was available.
Lanes are all about the ending. Lanes are all pushing, but again, that's going to take a long time for the catapults to really come in there, especially since Falstad is a global. He can always go to the side lane, push it out, and if need be, fly in. So that's the problem, really. Falstad's global is so valuable now for them. They get some damage on Mascarade over here. They go for the wind tunnel. They didn't want them to flank in. It's a short cooldown, but that's something that they won't have for quite some time now. So again, short cooldown, but for that time you have to fall back. So that's like a minute where the blue team has a little bit more wiggle room. Combo attempt, Kerrigan jumping in again, building that shield up, immediately committing to the Maelstrom too. Mirrodin is dead! They take the dwarf down. Gimli is gone, and now they're trying for Sonya. Sonya is eliminated. They make a move for Legolas, and that's the end of Kel'Thas. Kharazim is dead. They are wrecking them completely. Absolute destruction as Team Mascarade is looking for the win in game number 2.
And it looks like Mascarade's gonna get it as they jump in the core. It begins to drop down. The shields are finished. Gia doesn't even have Mighty Gust for 10 seconds. Would love to try and save this game, but is not gonna be able to do so. Make about to go into Worgen form and to shred this puppy here. All the way down to 0%. GG as Team Mascarade gets a score on the board.
Okay, game number 3, Towers of Doom. Let's go. The series is tied after we just had a victory for Team Mascarade on the second map, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Now on Towers of Doom, one of the teams will take the lead. It guarantees that we have 4 maps in this series, at least. Maybe, of course, we're going the full distance even. But right now, we have already 43 heroes banned as we enter the draft. So, quite a bit. Towers of Doom is the map. That's why we saw Vikings multiple times. We saw Vikings even banned in some of the group stage matches, so that could happen too. Tigers gets banned immediately again, and to limit the possibilities for a 4-man setup, Zarya also receives a ban.
Give me the Vikings. I'm always down for Vikings. I enjoy the micro, I love the macro pressure it brings.
Yeah,
it's always a good pickup.
Would be a shame if they would get banned. But that's what they did a few times in the past. Junkrat. Nobody likes the rat here. And let's have a look at it. There's the Uther ban. Alright. Okay. I'm game. Do we get a Viking play? Yes or no? That's the big question. God, I would love it. We had already won. It was amazing, but that was also with the Zarya composition where you could establish a strong 4-man. For now, Lauber with the early pick into a Nuburak. Okay, so they're looking apparently for a little bit of an engaged team here.
A noob will give you that, without a doubt. But some of the follow-ups that you normally have with a noob has already been taken out between Greymane,
a lot of them
Vala.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick pick into Lucio. But they seem to be a bit hesitant on pick number 2. And it's Arthur's. That's the cool thing about Lucio, that he actually mitigates some of the weaknesses that Arthur's has, because his engage is always so reliant on his Howling Blast that it's tough for him to just close the distance. So gap closing and just escaping is always tricky if you have Lucio. You really mitigate some of that, and that makes him so much more powerful in that combo. So that could be really, really cool here for them.
Alright, Lauber. What's your damage here? Are we getting it now? Orphea and Tyrande. Yep.
Tyrande, she had a win. She had a win in the previous series, was on the last map, and it was a bit of a wild draft in the first place. But of course, the thought process here is to engage with the Nubarak and then follow up with the Tyrande stun. But you could get murdered very quickly. Tyrande has just such a low hit point pool. She is getting farmed a lot if you're not careful. You need to build up that early game momentum, I feel. Well, what do we get?
What is it? Cassia.
That's interesting because Cassia is globally banned, so that's a wasted ban right there, which kind of means that Mascarade is not paying attention.
Or he is paying attention.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with banning out a hero that is already globally banned. It just means that you're pretty much just throwing your ban away. So, yeah. Not sure if
it's
they wanted
a big forehead play to go to game 5 and have certain heroes available. Makes sense to me.
There you go. Okay, Kira. Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird one. I mean, we had some misclicks earlier, so that could be the case. We might still force him to ban something out. No, well, let's see what else we're gonna get. Now that they're heading into the picks for this one. Alright, Genji. And Tyrael. That is interesting.
Damage is a little light, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they still have a pick open, but Genji...
You don't need a Haymaker.
Yeah, I mean, together with Arthas and Tyrael, that's an interesting setup for them. If they can force the on-point fight, that might be nice. I mean, Rutzo with that point probably gonna be for the Blade. What do we get? Gia... Jaina! Finally, we have our girl back to business. Jaina and Malthael. And the insta-pick into Phoenix on the other side. There's your Haymaker push.
Well, there's that damage you're looking for. Phoenix definitely brings it in spades.
Yep. Alright. Nice. Me likey. I mean, with that could be an interesting one now. Alright, so guys, we got Malthael, we got Jaina. Things are starting to set up for them. And with this, we're heading into the next game. Game number 3, Towers of Doom. Let's find out who takes the lead in the grand final. Towers of Doom, map number 3. A little bit more Heroes of the Storm action in Meta Madness, as we have on the blue team side Mascarade himself. On Tyrael, we got Stalk. On Arthas, Rutsu and Genji. Make, he's playing Phoenix. And Cascon is already sitting on Lucy here to speed them up a bit in all of this. Level 1 here, the Arsenal Synergy for Phoenix, whereas Lauber's team starts it off with Gia on Jaina, Galnagulna on Tyrande, we have Skork on Orphea, Lauber on Anubarak. Max Passion is playing Malthael in game number 3. Who's going to take the lead in the best of 5 series? We're going to find out right now.
Instant opening on the Howling Blast. Wait, what is that account name? Is that stock?
Yeah.
Oh. Why did he change accounts?
He didn't. He was playing with that the entire time.
Did he? Oh, okay. Well, regardless, some trades happen here.
Nicely done, Tim. You're really paying attention to it.
Hey, bro, I told you I'm a washed-up caster, okay? I don't cast anymore. I play video games for a living.
Oh, Lauber with the second engage that he misses here. But, well... The thing, honestly, is I'm not really sold on Tyrande as a support these days. I really want her to be good. I really want her to be buffed a little bit, and maybe some of the things change so that it becomes viable again. I feel the days where we had these roaming kill combos with Tyrande were always a lot of fun. But you have so much trouble in the later stages, and right now she's fine. But once that Genji is starting to really target her, it's going to be problematic. So I feel every single time you see a Tyrande composition, she needs to get momentum in the early game and then carry that momentum. You need to be the team that engages, that gets the damage done, and that calls the shots. And so far, they're doing that. They had a couple of engages that didn't work. The last one netted them a kill against Genji, and now they might get another one, but Stalk just moves away from it. But time will tell if Tyrande can also be successful in the later stages of the game.
I believe in the Toronto train. I think this is a perfect situation for her to really show what she's available and what she can pull off here. Now, Make's coming in, though, and doing an AoE slow on everybody here. Stock gets low on HP, trying to escape. Gets out. Just barely, but we still have a sapper push coming in for the red team.
By the way, chat has your back, and apparently my diss just backfired massively on me because it seems like Stork really played with the Stork account earlier. I've been seeing him on this account. Well, there he is, and there he goes. So he disappears. But yeah, he's been playing on this account so many games in the tournament that I kind of don't see it anymore. So, yep. Guess I called myself out there, so probably I should pay a little bit more attention.
You're washed up!
Yeah, I know!
I'm not washed up! Hell
I know I'm washed up. I mean,
yeah!
look what I'm casting. I'm still casting Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, darn. Sorry, buddy. I'm telling you, man. Other video games, I'll show you to them. Regardless, a couple of kills are coming in. 5 1/4 here in experience, and it's good to see a nice little Q build here for Jaina. I feel like I haven't seen that build in forever. Just machine gun it away, get the cooldown reduction, and crush face. Experience lead, though. 5.5 here for red team.
I really like that we're having a bit of a death coil focus now for Arthas. I feel like in a lot of games when you need to sustain, that's actually really good for you. So level 7, that's a bit of a different question. Given what they're up against, I really would like for him to go for the Icebound Fortitude here. But either way, right now we got our altars ready. Top left, top right, that's a usual exchange. And Malthael is already going for the channel. Down at the bottom of the map, that's the big one though. Who's gonna take altar number 3?
Malthael's got the lead right now. Ooh, and Toronto even got a delay on Phoenix in the top left, which means Malthael could come down to the fight if they want to. Yeah. Just a bunch of harassment between the two.
Okay, here's the engage again. Stun! The setup with the Hunter's Mark, and Stork gets murdered as Orphea is following up on it, but they also lose Tyrande in the back. Bit too squishy, and without the extra peel, she just doesn't stand a chance here. It's a 4 versus 4, another engage, and they go for Genji, and Rutsu is dead. The last hit makes it happen.
Jaina with the snipe there. And Orphea is not calming down. Jeez, constant moving in here. Lauber even thinking maybe Lucio may have stuck in there, went to go for the interrupt.
Yeah, shots are fired.
Preemptive.
Get it, 32 to 36, early level 7. And a nice start for Team Lauber. Small one, but here we go. He went for the
working out
leeching
pretty well.
Alright.
Oh, Nubarak?
Yeah, and no Icebound Fortitude either. He actually goes for Immortal Coil in this case. Oh, another one! Mascarade, they lock him down and he has no chance of escaping. He gets absolutely crushed. Tyrael with the explosion is trying to get some value as he blows up on the minion wave. But that's another quick kill. That's 5 kills to 1. Yeah, they're doing well with this early game sniper setup. Can they still maintain that amount of pressure once that level 10s are in play? That's the bigger question. But they are definitely following up everything with Tyrande here. Great job.
Look at Make though here on the back line. Immediately comes in, and he still has a shield, teleports over. Gunnar doing his best to stay alive, but finally Rutsu finds the pick. Gia's gonna answer back with a snipe. Nubrak goes in for another gauge. That's 2, could it be 3? Orphea thinking she can get some damage in. Some sappers sneak over, hit the fort. And now that there's some party in the bottom lane, the red team's gonna walk away with a couple of hats as they are looking pretty and get some damage on the fort.
7 kills to 2, and I really like the way that Lauber and his boys are playing it, but I feel it already shows a bit what the problem later on is going to be, and that's the hit point pool on Tyrande. So once that there's more survivability for the blue team and level 10 abilities already, that's when I'm really starting to worry a bit about them. For now, red team makes a great case for it. They have great engages, the follow-up is there, as we said during the draft, a quick Hunter's Mark, and then the burst damage. Jaina is fantastic for it, Orphea is there too. Playing the double mage setup works extremely well because what they're trying to do is just kill a target quickly. Problem is, what happens if you are starting to struggle with that or if the pressure is put onto Tyrande herself. Either way, the shots are getting fired. They're doing fairly well here. Bot lane pressure is still up and the bell tower is soon going to be converted. But it's level 10. Any moment now for Team Mascarade, and then they have to prove that they can bring this back.
The silent killer and all this has been Malthael double soaking his max passion is controlling the top and the bottom lane. Only missed a couple of experience bars so far. If we pull up the experience here, he should be looking pretty nice. Yeah, he's around 9k already in experience. Great job by him, but Make continues to rotate in and try and help out his team. Beetles actually scalp that in time, and Lauber is able to start walking away. Skog
Oh,
is
Judgment!
died under this turret over here.
And he went straight in the sound barrier. They're jumping out. They go for a fear. And there's the kill. Judgment and Extra. You gotta be kidding me. It's beautiful.
And he gets deleted. Toronto trying to stay alive, but finally gets hit. Drops off a Lunar Flare. Here comes Lucio. X marks the spot. He's a pirate. Genji finds 2 kills there. 4 has fallen.
What a beautiful setup. They're embracing the meme completely. They're going for Judgment, and Tyrael comes in flying, locking them down, even diving into the bell tower. They really want to blow them up. Have fun, Toronto. Again, if they are not the ones making the initiation, they're going to be in trouble.
Toronto no cleanse, right? Is that still a factual statement?
I mean, for
I'm
now,
trying to think
yes.
how you handle this. Oh wow.
Yeah, this is going to be wild. And Judgment is back up. X-Strike in
Yeah.
10.
Relatively short
boy.
cooldown, what, 70 seconds? Yeah.
Phoenix to let the slide?
Well, this time Malfield's here though.
Yeah, he jumps on the Eldruins. There they go, Judgment, and she's dead. They get the kill against Tyrael too, but he's gonna explode at least on the Nubarak, so that's some serious damage. And look at Malthael, he's in trouble too. They're coming in for the kill attempt, and Lucio falls instead, but Phoenix with a kill! The salvo! Big damage, but Genji is already down, and it's a 2 versus 3 now.
Yep, just one combo here from a Jaina. Even till on Arthur's here could be pretty devastating. Toronto will be back in 2 seconds, and she'll have her ultimate Shadow Stalk, so she can pop that and just give heals and stealth everybody. There we go.
Yeah, shots
New
are
Brad
fired.
goes in. Make's coming over here. He's going to focus down Gia if he can. Get some decent damage, but without him knowing where Orphe is, he has to start kiting backwards. Lauber looking like he wants to finish off that at Arthur's, but just quite can't. But don't fear. Toronto's here to provide the heals.
I still can't believe that we have Judgment. I can't even remember when we had Judgment in a game on this level for the last time. Absolutely nuts. No Sanct in this game. Here comes the engage against Stork. He dodges out on some of it. But he makes it out. They're trying to turn it again. Nobody's going for that altar just yet. And more poke is coming through now. We have another 5 versus 5. Last Rites is back up. Judgment is back up. They got the X-Strike. They got the Ult on Arthurs. Everybody is back to business. The Cocoon, on the other hand, has been used against Tyrael. They're locked down, but it's too late. They get it. Can they keep the heroes alive, though?
Here comes Make. He wants a kill. There's the go. The auto attack. Skog will get picked off. Drops off her ultimate to try and get something. Gets nothing. Gunner getting picked off while Malfield is soaking in the middle of the map. So 2 will be able to escape. 2 dead. But what the main story is the core damage. 36-20 in favor of Team Lauber.
I mean, this is the map where you can always come back. A little bit of momentum goes a long way on Towers of Doom towards the late game, but it's honestly bonkers. We're not even 10 minutes into the game and we have 20 kills already. They are brawling it out madly on this one. 1 stack for Malthael's level 10, 19 for the 7 on Orphea, and Genji is working on the Shuriken builds too. Malthael is down as they get a lock on him. Well done, and that allows them an easy invade on the Pumpkin Camp.
Well then, do they even contest this? No, there's no way. I don't know. Nubrak's flanking in. Do they really want this 5v4? No, he probably wants to slow them down a little bit. Okay. That scared me for a second there.
Yeah, you gotta be so careful right now because Judgment is back up, and so is X-Strike. Judgment, Howling Blast, X-Strike. There it is, it's off cooldown. That's the chance. You gotta keep a Nubarak in mind. He's really the one that can shut these plays down with the good Cocoon, for example.
Yeah.
They have taken the lead. They have taken the lead in experience. They're half a level ahead now.
Lauber's actually changed his priority to dropping the Cocoon on Tyrael. Which normally you're looking for the healer or you're looking for the damage in a fight so you can try and just blow someone up, but I totally agree with stopping that Judgment if possible, or even Genji. Just one of those two needs to be disrupted so Toronto can have a chance to survive. Engage, knock up, full combo, lockdown, and there it is!
Nice! That was perfect. That's exactly the kind of engage that they need here. Really, really well done. At this point, we got the Embrace Death now in the level 16 talents. That didn't really help them, but they're still trying to turn, and the salvo was a real good one too. But everybody is still alive and kicking for Team Lauber, and they're looking for another kill against Stork as they are starting to chase him down slowly. It's not enough to lock in a second kill, but now that the altar is up, they can get more shots fired against the opponent's core. 16 or no 16, it wouldn't matter here.
It did buy time, though. Not allow Tyrael to come back, but they have to stay alive themselves. Last right procs! And there's a kill on Arthas. Maka getting low, too. Jaina trying to snipe him out. Jaina about to have a Q up in a second. Will she go for it? Trying to find it over the wall. Cannot lock it on Make, but here's Tyrael. Meanwhile, Max Passion starting to channel on this altar, and it looks like they will grab it. 4 more shots for Team Lauber.
And the air is starting to get a little bit thinner here for the blue team. They had some nice engages, and they are definitely getting kills together. But Lauber is looking for the engage every time. And now that they have level 16, that means that he has Epicenter as well, which he can use to epically enter the opponent's backline and take it down. And every single stun that they have is easily being followed up by Tyrande, and then we have Malthael as a finisher, who now has a 10-second cooldown reduction on his 10 already.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our...
So as we head to late game, we're going to need some engagement for blue team. Try and find a pick, because they are going to start taking some damage on this force, and you can actually see that
Wait,
now here in the bottom left.
Did you just say the blue team needs engagement with the Tira that picked Judgment?
Needs to find an engagement that works.
Ah,
is what I'm trying to say.
okay.
You gotta force a fight somewhere.
Well, there we go. Judgment into the back line. They're attacking Tyrande. They're trying to go for it, but Lucio,
no!
He's down the salvo, and it's not enough. But Genji confirms the kill against Tyrande. Ice block on Jaina. X strike. Gia down. Genji down. Everybody's dead and dying.
Mascarade might get picked off too. Scott is going for the chase. Oh, he just can't quite get it. There we go. He finally attaches that tentacle and pulls himself in, gets the pick off, and now the main focus is going to be that 4 as Arthas and Make are going to be doing their best to defend it. Meanwhile, altars activate in about 22 seconds.
Yeah, they're doing a great job right now, and of course the calls are being made immediately. Max Passion is moving over to the right side to try and take the camp. There's not going to be an invade, there's only 2 alive, but the red team, they can invade, and they're looking for this. So they're starting to jump in immediately, and it's another quick kill against Arthas. Good synergy, and that was just a bit too greedy from the blue team. They expected the red team to simply make a play for their own pumpkins, and instead we saw the aggressive play by Team Lauber, and it paid off.
I'm okay with them going for that play, but they need Arthas in the bush. They need to have a heads-up warning that engage is about to happen. Not controlling the bush there, I think, was a pretty big mistake.
Yeah.
And now Arthas down for 25 seconds. 1 altar picked up to the south, 1 to the top right here for the red team, and they are just shelling away as they take away a fort. It is looking close to almost game over. Tyrael comes in for a judgment, goes in for a Genji engage as well, but Skog able to escape.
Yeah, they're coming in and they're looking for another kill. They're getting so much momentum here. 32 points against 8 single digits on the core of Team Mascarade. Team Lauber full on control. And, well, shout out to them. They make that Tyrande comp work. They're doing a fantastic job here. As I said, you need to be the team that makes the engages happen and that really delivers the damage and always controls the flow of the game. And so far, they have absolutely done that. I was very skeptical if they can still pull it off after level 10, and they managed to do it. There were a couple of tricky situations with Mascarade changing the pace of the game by committing to judgment. But still, Orphea, tons of damage, 58,000. Fight continues. The game isn't over yet, but it's looking good for the red team.
Lunar comes out. And red team doesn't really have to force a fight right now. They're trying to build towards that level 20. Blue team, on the other hand, is definitely looking for something. He sees Lauber. Lauber's not going to be one that can engage. He can burrow charge out at any point. With Sappers pushing in the bottom left, you see a potential flank setup here for Team Make.
20 is close.
But I don't think they're going to be able to find it.
20 is really close now. And now it's a double altar. Technically, that could be the end of the game if they're able to get both. If they get 20 and can force a team fight. If they can take Phoenix down, and they can. Phoenix is dead. That is a nightmare right now. An absolute nightmare. Judgment, they need a counter kill, and they get it. Tyrande is down. The quest is completed. Malthael is also still alive. He makes it out. Genji is dead. Oh my god. Stalk Arthas, he is alive. He can still keep himself in play, but the counter engage against Mascarade is dropping Tyrael. Level 20 talents are ready, and now it's a 2 versus 4 on the map, and it is looking grim for Mascarade.
Arthas and Lucio are going to do their best to hold here, but with Malthael coming back, that's that percent damage you're looking for. Skog comes in, drops the hentai on Lucio, takes a little bit of damage here as well. Cascon attempts to escape, but at the same time, look at the top left and the top right. It is about to be GG game as Gia grabs a channel on the altar. Passion will follow suit. That is enough shots. The core is down. GG here for the red team.
Team Lauber with the victory. 2-1 lead as we are heading into game number 4 of the grand final. Okay, game number 4. Let's go, everybody. Turanda, by the way, finished the last map with 7 deaths. So they still absolutely farmed the shit out of her. But because there was always a counter kill, it worked out for Team Lauber. So kudos to them for making that one happen. That was actually really, really well played. Battlefield of Eternity is our 4th map. Technically, it could even be the last. So maybe Team Lauber winning the tournament here and locking in those 1,000 euros for first place. But first of all, let's see what Team Mascarade is going to do about that, because they were close every single time to bring it back, and, well, we could see another 5 member, which I wouldn't mind at all, and I'm sure Tim wouldn't either.
No, because we get hand sock. Hi, YouTube. Game 5. If we go to a Game 5, you will get to see the magnificent thing that we all love and adore.
We can't all love and adore it, because you literally invented it 3 games ago.
Love and adore. Press 7 if you love and adore handsock.
Alright, alright.
Uther first pick on
Uther,
BOE.
They need a tank. They need a tank. So we're going full in A and we're picking the Uther main tank. That's how it runs these days. No, but yeah, Uther locked in. I mean, he was banned multiple times now, and they are, for the first time, locking Uther in now. He can be played even as a bit of a side laner. Again, we're running low on tanks. I think we still got enough for this one. But map 5 would be a bit wild. Rhaegar gets taken as a support, okay, and we got Jimmy. Kind of fascinating that Jimmy made it to map 4 without being picked. So,
yeah, that's a good point. He's pretty stable in general.
Yeah. Especially with them just like committing to that Tychus ban over and over and over again.
We had Vala first game and Greymane's already out too.
There's your Alarak.
There he is!
And Artanis!
Yeah!
Alright,
well, they win.
Let's go. Map 4. Map 4 seems to be the Artanis map. Last time we saw it, I think it was in the previous series, Tomb of the Spider Queen, right? Was it? Actually, you didn't see Artanis yet. It's the first time.
No, I haven't seen Artanis.
Yeah, one of the semifinals featured him, if I'm not mistaken. They had some Stitches Artanis composition with mass displacement. It was kind of crazy. Tazadar gets banned, alright. Yeah, double. I think that would be a triple proto setup. It's just too much. It's already Imba as is. But yeah, that is just not something that you want to deal with. Okay, last ban. What we're going to get here? I'm still looking at this and like looking at the heroes that are still up here. And wondering what else they're going to take. I mean, Lunara for a little bit of damage against the Immortal would still be up. That's
I commend you for trying to guess what they're going to play, man.
Yeah, it's...
Embrace the madness. Just ride the wave, bruh. Ooh. Pretend that you're at a theme park and you're in the lazy river with a beer. And just enjoy some hot action.
What are they going to go for now? We got Melganis banned, May banned. That leaves us with Stitches. Stitches and Cho'Gall for the front line are still ready. That's pretty much it. That's honestly more or less it. This could get wild. Yes!
Cho'Gall it is. There it is.
Alright, we're getting Cho'Gall. Okay, this is gonna get great. This is amazing. I can't even speak anymore. Battlefield of Eternity, and we finally get to see a Cho'Gall. Stalk and Mucke, they're the two missing for the blue team. And they kind of baited this one out. With them banning May as well, there weren't a lot of options left. Zagara and Oriel. Double support. We indeed do see a frontline Uther.
I like the Ariel being taken away just in case they wanted to run it with Cho'Gall.
Yeah, I suppose so too. The double support Cho'Gall would have been really, really devastating. But, dude, I just want to see Game 5 now. They really put themselves in the corner now. If we get a 5th map, there's nothing left.
Ragnaros.
Is this Lava Wave? Is this it? That was, by the way, technically speaking, that was the last bruiser that was available. Just saying.
Wow.
Cho'Gall, everybody. Cho'Gall Ragnaros, the dream team, Battlefield of Eternity. That happens when you ban out 53 heroes. 59, actually. Let's go. Game number 4, Team Mascarade against Team Lauber here at the grand final of Meta Madness. Time for Cho'Gall, everybody! We're digging deep into the Heroes of the Storm pool as we're entering Game 4 of the Grand Final. And yeah, we dug really deep and we found some drags over here. Mako on Zagara, Stalk on Uther, main tank confirmed. Rutsu on Alarak, Cascon on Oriel, and Mascarade is playing Artanis. Lauber on Cho, we got Gia on Reyna with the Exterminator locked in on level 1. Gunnar... Galnaguna on Rhaegar, Skog on Gal, and Max Passion is playing Ragnaros. Alright, so you can pronounce Cho'Gall's name. I'm not gonna touch that one.
CCL Cog?
CCL Cog? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's Cog, right?
Yeah.
Seems pretty easy.
Yeah, if you make it like... Okay, you make it sound like a tag, that's fine. I feel like if
What do you make it sound like?
I don't know.
Yeah,
like some augur speak or something.
Koog?
Slog.
I like Koog. Koog sound stuff.
Either way, doesn't matter too much. We got the amateur opponent as level 1 talent for Artanis, who's sitting up at the top lane. Cho'Gall, careful, buddy. The double support against him. I mean, you got Uther and Oriel now together with the Zagara and Alarak. So yeah, so much for control.
Ooh, wait, Rag is here.
Oh, the Rag flag!
Oh my gosh!
He can't get the kill, but he got close.
Oh boy, uh-oh, G disconnected during that. Look at
Score
Rainer over
pausing
here.
that.
Look at it's a Jimmy!
I love that Gia disconnects and the first thing that Rainer does is like, I'm out of here, fuck this. Just runs away from the fight. He looks over at that Alarak, sees Zagara together with it, double support behind it, and he's like just, see ya, I'm out of here, I'm not touching this one. No, but now that he's dead, let's talk a little bit about what we actually have. Max Passion on Ragnaros. So I know we have the eternal discussion over Sulfuras against Lava Wave, but given the setup that they're running, do you actually think they go Lava Wave? Because I don't really think I would even mind if they would try to use that to control the lanes a little bit, because they have very little follow-up, very little stuns that they can use to set a proper Sulfuras up. So do they go for that?
I mean, Upheaval. Right? Upheaval has pretty much a set determination of where it's going to be going. You can pull them into a Molten Core, and then you follow up with a Fierce Smash and just crush everybody.
That sounds like a bit of a crazy combo to pull off, though.
I believe.
You want Sulfuras? You actually want that?
Yeah, I actually want Fierce instead of Lava Wave here.
Alright.
The only benefit Lava Wave gives on this map is if you want to force fights and get Sulfuras Smash and ease into the mix. Speaking of a fight down here, by the way, this is a brawl over this objective.
Oh, there's a swap and a kill! Nice, Alarak gets eliminated, but we also have
nice
a kill
body
against Rhaegar. And more, yes! Jimmy is down. That's why he wanted to run away. He already knew what was coming. That's the end of Uther though, so it's a 2 versus 2 kill, and nearly a swap against Cho'Gall. Can you actually swap Cho'Gall? I feel like that shouldn't be possible, because he's just too fat.
I feel like Artanis is one of the most exciting characters to watch, and I can't tell if it's biased, or just because of the potential of what he can do. Makes me so excited. Like, who do you enjoy watching?
Which
Who's
character?
Random, not meta. Yeah,
that's actually right down meta. Like meta or non-meta?
Not meta. Just someone that randomly comes out and just fills you with joy, Khaldor.
Murky.
Really?
As long as I don't have to play against him and just can watch him, it's fine. I just don't want to have Murky in my game, neither on my team nor against me. But when I can watch it and like good octograbs or whatever, like I feel Murky is super fun to watch. Because a good Murky player like Svamgrota is just going to make your day. And you can see the opponent's team just like suffering as they're trying to control it and it's not happening. So I feel if you have a good Murky player, that's a lot of fun to watch then.
I thought you would say something boring like Sergeant Hammer.
Yeah, literally the most boring hero in the game.
I just really thought that would be your answer.
By the way, if we get a Lava Wave here now on this map, the only map where you said you want to have Sulfuras, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. This is gonna be amazing.
That would be my luck, wouldn't it?
The only time that you say go Sulfuras and they pick Lava Wave, that would kind of confirm that you always have to do the opposite of what Tim said.
Yeah. That's my life in a nutshell. Funny enough, the race is actually happening here for the blue team, and Artanis is too busy clearing the top side finally gets down here, and that immature opponent kicks into gear.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Jimmy also going for some extra pressure here. Exterminator's obviously kicking in quite heavily, but the blue team has taken the lead on all of this. Ragnaros with a good push topside. Nobody's taking care of that. That's some mad momentum that they have. Shogal at the bottom. All right, they're trying to re-engage here. Jimmy is doing the work. They might still win this one if they play this correctly. And topside is suffering. That fort is losing so many hit points. I mean, hello team. Nobody's dealing with the top. If Rutsu falls at the bottom, this could be a disaster for the blue team. But they get the doggy. Galne Gulnar goes down. Jimmy, can they take it? Yes! Red team with the victory on the race. Topside, Artanis is going to try and deal with it. But look what they lost. They lost the fort, HP on the fort, the fountain is down, the wall is gone, and they also lost out on the Immortal itself. That's real trouble.
But they did give Alarak some sadisticness as that kill comes in for Rhaegar. Don't forget about that, man. Every kill is a big win for Alarak, and he's insane on defense. Yeah. Speaking of that, another combo comes in from Rutzo.
And Rage Regeneration is now in. Immortal can, of course, not do a whole lot. That's why they move towards the top, trying to go for Artanis here, too. And they're trying to take the fort down, so let's see if they can make that work. Rhaegar already running around. Yeah, the rotation is in there a little bit late on the escape. And there's the engage. Rhaegar, the doggy, he just wants to get some counter damage. He already knows he's gonna die. He's just trying to take the fort down, but he can't quite drop it. Max Passion is also low, and the swap gets dodged.
Oh man, that could have been so much better, but that's okay. One pick comes in, Alarak gets some more stacks available to him. Meanwhile, Zagar on the bottom lane was soaking up the map and starting to set up for this other camp here, which will be pushing the bottom lane. And you see a nice experience lead, a cushion coming from blue team. Meanwhile, on the top left, look at Shogal. Going for the snipe on the fort. Can he get it?
He can, and he's gonna die for it, isn't he?
Oofer's coming in with the big boy stun. He's ready for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
The heal.
Combo comes in.
Yeah. And he gets out.
Oh my. And then he spray paints too.
4 heroes trying to chase him down, and he is able to get away. 4 kills against 2 in favor of Team Mascarade. They need to win 2 in a row if they want to decide the grand final in their favor, but holy hell. What a setup. I love that. So many weird actions here already. Shogal plays.
Well, don't worry, that fort's going to be sniped eventually. Even if it's just a bowling ball coming in from Gog.
No. The fort, they're going to get it. I mean, you can already tell that with the full HP, he's just going to make his way over and drop it. Yeah. Attempted a swap, then they really worked well. Rag is still at the bot lane. They got a lead in experience, though. I mean, Masquerade is looking at nearly level 10, so that's a huge lead that they have. Some of it can be mitigated by taking the lane at the, well, the top wave down. But still, that gives them an early lead into the Immortal damage.
Might just straight up push for that level 10 instead of worrying about the early phase. Artanis is actually already on top of the race. Zagar's bottom lane. This is a Maul, right? It's gotta be a Maul play.
It has to be on
100%.
This map, yeah. I would love Nidus just like for the novelty factor, but I don't really think that's happening. No, there's the Maul. Suppression Pulse too. Aegis, Divine Storm, Uther, yeah, of course, they have also Oriel here, so they don't need the Divine Shield. Instead, they can simply move in and drop the extra stun.
I was wondering about a Bloodlust, but I feel like Bloodlust Suppression Pulse being available for Artanis here is just a little too crazy.
Yeah, and also for Cho'Gall, I don't know. There's the Ancestral.
Yeah.
And Sulfuras is getting picked. I'm actually a little bit sad right now. I would have loved an armor wave. Just because
you just wanted me to be wrong.
It would have been so funny. But we have the Deadly Charge. So we get the aggression from Artanis. Honestly, that's the moment when you want to have an Anduin for the light bomb, but obviously... Oh, the swap! The big boy swap! The stun! And the save from Rhaegar. Nice! That was a cool moment, though.
Maw's still here, too. They're just waiting for it. See if they can get the bait. Here's another swap. Masquerade goes in. Masquerade just chomping people with these side blades. There's the Maul, too.
They isolate
and Masquerade can move forward.
Try to save him, and Shogal does... Oh, they drop it back in, and there's the kill. Nice.
You better get your hand nice and warm, buddy, because that little sock, it's coming out. And it's going to commentate, because Game 5 is right around the corner.
Nobody said anything for commentating the entire thing. I said I'm going to announce that. Announcing that the game is coming. Calm down, brother.
At least intros.
7 against 2. That's the kill count, everybody. And, well, with that, we now have the top fort still taken, of course. But now the blue team has the opportunity to draw even here and move through the bot lane. 7 to 2 kills. They are looking pretty good here. Right now, the Cho'Gall setup hasn't worked out yet. If they want to make this work, then they have to step it up a bit. It scales well into the late game. Here's the trade on Ragnaros. That's always great for defending any kind of objective. So they shouldn't suffer too much here. But yeah, let's see what they can do.
Molten Core helping out a lot here, sieging down this Immortal, also applying some pressure on that back line, forcing Oriole to get some hills in. Here comes the Sophia Smash, it connects on top of Uther. Cog sets up, brings out the damage from Cho'Gall as well, misses them all, and we're gonna have Uther just walk away.
Yeah, stun was really good that he dropped there. That saved his ass at the end of the day. Now Atanis was topside, defending against the setup. Down here, they're still looking for a potential fight. Alright. Cho'Gall still looking peachy here. Gal at this point with 22,000 damage against Zagara's 20. Level 13 talents are going to be up next as camps are getting cleared, so they're trying to continue with the map control that they're establishing. But the fight is happening. The blue team is moving in for it. This time, Stork might just have gone a little bit too deep. That's the kill. Big commitments being made as Hyperion gets dropped too, but that was worth it. They get the camp, they get the kill, and now they have some control on the map that could translate into a second camp taken topside.
You gotta be really careful when you're the blue team facing as a Cho'Gall. Those silences and stuff that come on later on become an annoying issue, especially if Oriole's not able to land those heals that she's looking for. I don't know about this. Going even footing into the late game against a Cho'Gall is always a terrifying factor.
Yeah, I actually really like that Cho'Gall also dedicated some time to taking the creep tumors down. This is one of the things that is the most important when you're up against Zagara. Once that she gets some really good spread on the map and has the vision, you're really suffering in terms of control. So taking the time to drop those creep tumors is so important.
Okay then. 13 connects.
Oh,
Blade of the High Lord picked up.
Zagara 16 is going to do so much work against Cho'Gall.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That's going to be amazing for her. Marcus damage is going to explode once that's the case.
You're talking about the Hydra that does percent damage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Now, they got the Molten Block in, so that's already a big one. And of course, we have the shield on Rhaegar too for the Ancestral to buy him a little bit of time.
Charge?
The engage is in. Jimmy survives. Good for him. And they are trying to drop even more damage out with Cho'Gall himself. And so far, it's not really doing a whole lot. These old compositions that they're trying to pull off are not really working. But they're starting to get a lot more poke damage out. And Jimmy is still with a Hyperion to get some more damage connected. And the swap attempt, alright, good silence. Molten Block is in. Sulfuras the Aegis, saving Uther. He gets the heal out. Unfucking-leavable.
Self-healing comes out at the same time, and Ragnar's got a Molten Core in the back line. You don't want to fight under a Molten Core. G is being focused by Artanis, but Artanis is forced to back away. That Molten Core too much of a threat as they are juking and jiving, and somehow, some way, the blue team with double healer is able to back up. And Deadly Charge and Divine Storm is still up and available, so they can re-engage on the next fight.
Yeah, and check out, here's the replay again, and look at him surviving. Uther nearly locked down. First it was the fight against Cho'Gall, and then Uther getting out of this. Insane, the reaction time on Oriole too, barely saving him with the Aegis, and then the heal is ready. Right now, the attack for the next objective, and Jimmy is jimming it up as he gets one auto attack in after another. Both of them burning it hard over here. It is the blue team that takes the halftime show on the other hand, and they go for another big swap. They're trying to go for Cho'Gall. He makes it out. A lot of abilities still ready for him. I mean, finally connect some damage here also with the old, oh my god, Uther. He eats all of it.
All that. Nom 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 nom. As the heals will be coming in soon, and now they have to play defense with the Immortals, but it's definitely a posture here for who can get the right engage. There goes the Alarak engage. Uther still has a Divine Storm. Here comes another Storm. Now goes for the lockdown. Gonna die soon, but provide heals for his team. Never mind, Oriole's got his back. It's devouring Maul comes in, and Rhaegar is pinned in a corner. Who let the dog out?
Doggy down, and Jimmy dies as well. 9 kills to 3. They looked unkillable at the beginning, but now we're seeing Masquerade's team moving in for another Immortal. They won Game 5, and they are fighting for every inch of the map right now. Great plays here, and they have a half-level lead. They take the Immortal. At least the camp is taken at the bottom, and there's some extra damage as the fort is suffering from the minion wave that pushed through, but none of this really matters if the blue team can now coordinate the attack topside. And it's gonna get worse if they get the level 16 talent together with the 2, and since Zagara and Artanis are both now looking at the bot lane, they should get that talent fairly quickly. So that defense could be a big problem.
Max Passion immediately moves up here and starts that defense. So Fierce Smash will be up available. Don't forget about that ultimate also being useful for defense here too. Cho'Gall just goes straight on in, just believing in himself. Gosh, I wish I believed myself that much.
I think they wanted to fight before the 16. Now, he has his trade back up, so that's good for Ragnaros. And he's just so amazing when it comes to slowing down any game. They're hoping to go into the late game with Cho'Gall. Scales quite well here. Nice setup with the Sulfuras too. It's a ton of damage, but the double support is healing all of it out, and the fort still gets attacked here. Yeah, they just don't have the talent for it right now. They are missing the level 16, and they can't do a whole lot without it. They
But still only 4 at 14 minutes. That's a good win for them in defense.
Yeah. Now, again, Ragnaros is fantastic. Well, that was not so fantastic. He is moving way too deep. He should have seen that coming. But he gets healed. There's the Ancestral. They're still trying to turn it. The blast wave. Aegis is out, but the big stun from Uther. The kill against Ragnaros. Cho'Gall is dead, and why on earth would you ever engage into that fight? What were they thinking there? They still don't have the level 16 talent. Ragnaros moves too far out. They have to drop the early Ancestral, and then they are forced into a battle they don't want to take anyways. They lose Cho'Gall, that's 3 down, and all of a sudden the entire map is being controlled by Team Mascarade. That was not a good decision.
Rough for them, and this might be game ending. We do have Cho'Gall spawning in about 9 seconds, so at least they'll be able to take a keep here. If they do find a pick, they could go for the core, but nothing is available. Gunner playing safe, and you already see Raynor moving in the top lane. But at least they finally hit that 16 you were talking about. But they're gonna be fighting a keep down.
That was so weird. Like, I'm really confused what the thought process there was. I guess Ragnaros trying to save that fort, I get that. Moving out a little bit too deep shouldn't happen, but even if it does, why would you then just double down on it and say like, alright, let's go. Now they are nearly 2 levels behind. They finally have the level 16 talent, but it pretty much just means that you have to force fights now before your opponent hits 20. I mean, this is pretty much the immortal that you're gonna die on. If you take the win, then you can claw your way back into the game. If you lose this immortal, even if you hold the game, even if you're able to save your keep and you don't lose anything, it means the next immortal is going to be very likely your downfall, since you're playing a level against level 20 talents and you yourself won't have any. So this
Khaldor,
is
I think
a huge one now.
You're just thinking a little bit too literally. If they lose, we get Handsock in game number 5. And that could be what they're playing for here. And with that, they nailed perfectly if that's the goal that they're aiming for. Applause to them. Well played. Well thought out.
Alright, so they're starting to poke this out. Bot lane, the camp is coming in. Top side, we got a bit of an advantage. 16 talents already. That gives us the rune gauntlet over here. And we also got the leaden orb, so having that bit of a stun is kind of nice. And let's see if they can play it out. Full setup into the Flames. Blast wave. They're trying. The kill against Uther. They can't get it. The more hits Jimmy. Aegis is out. A lot of the tools. But the kill against Cho'Gall. Uther is dead, but they need way more than that. And Artanis is already making the play for Jim in the backline. The Ancestral is coming in too late. That's a kill. They go for a double. They go for the triple. They go for the 5-man team wipe to end the game and force game number 5. Another play that Daddy Blizzard doesn't want you to see. Censored already. It was too rough. Couldn't go for the replay. My apologies. But here comes the move straight in for the core. And that's going to bring us to the inevitable conclusion of a 5-map grand final at Meta Madness. GG and well played. Alright guys, game 5. Brax is hold out. We are crowning a champion here, but unfortunately it means 2 things. First of all, we're entering a game where 53 heroes are being banned out already, and we're gonna see another 6 banned in the draft. It also means that I kind of lost my little bet with Tim, and Mr. Handsock will have to introduce the players as we enter the game. So I apologize in advance that you're part of this meme. This was not the plan here, but For some reason, Tim always gets his what? What are you getting? Your way when it comes to silly ideas. But either way, as we're heading into the draft, we can still focus on the more normal setups here. Tigers gets banned and so gets Zarya. Braxis is the map, so Kira gets banned out too. We still have a couple of main tanks left, but now that Melganis gets banned out, that pretty much leaves us with Mei and Stitches. Could lead to a first pick on one of the tanks. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. What do we got left? Mai and Stitches? May and Stitches?
Yeah. Ooh. We done? Wave clear. Okay.
Illidan main tank. Screw it. Go out with a bang.
I mean, you have Junkrat now too. He's still available as well.
True.
Oh, they pick both! They take them away!
Shit! The draft gods! That's
Dude.
pretty amazing.
This is pretty much all the melees that were left. You have Butcher, Illidan, Murky's up, Samuro, Valera. This is kind of what you have. This is the only thing. They picked the tanks away.
What bullies?
That is
That's
brilliant.
hysterical.
Tacita Whitemane. Oh my god. Again, this is for all the marbles, ladies. The number 1 team takes home 1,000 euros, and the number 2 team takes 600 still. So this is awesome. There's a lot of piece of money on the line here. They just took both. I love it.
And the problem is, like, you have to account for hooks. Like, who can you pick here that can handle a hook?
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at when it comes to your main tank.
They got the intercession on 7 too, but still, they need someone to deal with that at the front line. And you talked about the Illidan main tank, and what else is there? Do you really play Butcher in that role? I don't think so. You need someone to peel for him. He's never gonna stack. So Illidan is more or less your last option. You can't even go for a triple bruiser setup because all the bruisers are gone. They are screwed, dude. They can go into a few more supports, I suppose.
Some would call this madness.
Yeah.
Meta madness presented by Khaldor. This is the only place that you get these drafts. And you know you love it. Make sure you drop follows, loves, updates on Reddit. Check out all the sponsors. You know you want to. You're loving this tournament. Handsock for life. Smile.
They got greedy. They picked Gul'dan on the first one. Now Junkrat is taken. They have Morales too. It's their own fault. They didn't go into a tank even though they knew what was coming here. And, well, now they might have the wave clear. But how do they play this? I think they have to go into a double support. Lili is up. It's the only support that you can still take, so you can play Lili. Alex Straza's also ready, sorry. Oh, Butcher and Illidan! Alright, they're going for it. Illidan, Butcher, they're committing to the 2. I thought they would go for double support, but nope. And that leaves us, last but not least, with Make. His Mephisto got picked away, or banned away. But that brings us into the final pick. What is he gonna get? Make. How deep into this are we going? Give me a Kel'Thuzad out or something. Lulnara. Alrighty. Okay. Lulnara is making it in. And let's get ready, everybody. It is game on as we are heading into the final map. Braxis Holdout at Meta Madness in the grand final.
Hello everybody, I'm Handsock and I'm introducing the players today because Tim is an idiot. Mascarade for the blue team on Stitches, Stork playing May, we got Cascon Morales and Maka Lunara. I sound super silly, but I can't help it. Rutso is playing Junkrat, and the red team, Team Lauber with Gia on Gul'dan, Lauber on the Butcher, Gunnar on Whitemane, Skog is playing Tacita, and Max Passion on Illidan. Enjoy game number 5, and we all hate Trixla. Fuck you.
You guys better sub this man. I don't care what you say. Drop the subs, chat. Drop them. My golly. What a talented individual Khaldor is.
Dude, like, what the hell? Let's go, ladies. The game is on. It is the grand final, the final map. Let's make it happen. The Butcher, he wants meat. And he goes for Bambi right away. And, well, so far, Butcher players haven't really been too lucky with all of this. Here comes the attack. And Lauber is still alive. Lauber is actually still alive. Yeah. Oh, but there's the hook. And that's the end. The Butcher is down. He's going vegan.
Yeah, he is. That's gonna be 2 immediate picks there, and that's a noof if I've ever seen one. As 2 picks happen, and the blue team goes up in experience, starts soaking the map, grabbing a camp. They are owning face.
Yeah, they are going ham here, and I honestly, that move into a double tank right at the beginning was just absolutely beautiful. Picking those away, it's going to be so rough for those frontliners. And the Butcher, yeah, if you stack him, he can be a beast, of course. The problem is simply that he needs someone to peel for him at the beginning of the game, and they just don't have that. So here comes the aggression. They're trying to go for the camp, but at the same time, Lauber gets attacked here. Mascarade, that is. They're getting the fence out, but they don't have the damage.
Oh, man, their entire team is scaling the late game, right? You have Tassadar, you have Butcher, and you have Gul'dan. So those kills, hard to come by right now, but that would have definitely occurred later on in the game. The problem is, can you even get to the late game on Brax's holdout? The blue team is crushing so hard right now, already has 40% on the beacons.
Yeah, and they have the 2 kills. They have a level lead. This game, it just shows again how strong Mascarade and his boys are in this format. They've done some insane comebacks. Honestly, the group stage alone already showed how well they're playing this one out. But we have them with now playtime on the level 4. Patchwork creation is in. The mad pressure through the top lane. Illidan is trying to go for the camp and doing his best here to at least get something going at the bot lane so that it can rotate back up again. But Lauber gets attacked. He's up against 3, and Morales, she is currently healing out everything here. There's the engage of the rest of the players, and Stock is coming in from the side too, trying to isolate Whitemane. Butcher still a bit in trouble, comes in for the meat, but the trait is getting dropped on Mei.
Butcher doing everything he can to stay alive, and Gunnar helping out with the heals, but Gunnar's getting pretty low on mana himself. Lauber is able to sneak away, but the main result is the beacons being grabbed. Look at this, climbing 82, 86. It could be a full 100%.
That's 100 to 0. I mean, they have Gul'dan. They sacrificed a tank for Gul'dan for the wave clear, and Gia has to bring the pain now. The problem is he's also going into a drain life build, so they don't have as much as you normally would think with him. He still needs to make sure that they get the corruption out and that the Fell Flames are really barreling through this, because they are in so much pain. With the Junkrat, you could use the Riptire. We've seen that before on the map, but now he's not available. They are going to lose. So this is going to be a total disaster.
You do not want to lose a 4 in the first 5 minutes of the game. You lose a place to anchor. It's already bad enough you don't have the well, and Butcher gets picked, which means he's going to lose some meat at the same time. Oh my gosh, this double tank draft has been incredible for the blue team.
Yeah, Marke gets killed though, so they get the counter kill at least. Nice. Illidan is still chasing, and he is thriving once that he has some space here. And now he might get the next kill. Morales, the hook! And Morales is down. Max Passion, he might die for it, but I call Worth already. Illidan is saving the day. Feel the hatred of 10,000 Hero League games.
He gets the kills. If only Butcher could have been there to get some meat. His meat right now is 1. He has 1 stack of meat, which is always so frustrating. And again, the big focus here is that fort in the top right corner being down is massive on Brox's holdout. If you don't have a place to anchor to, a place of safety, suddenly you're playing with fire whenever you're rotating around the map. So that's something that's going to become an equation here for our red team. So be aware of that.
One of the big problems, honestly, is that, well, to be fair, if Illidan gets into the late game, I think they have a shot here. He can take the damage dealers. They need to eliminate one of them. There's not a lot of CC. Don't get me wrong, there's a little bit. But the thing is, a slow, for example, against Illidan doesn't do as much as you would think. He can still jump around. He can still start to attack this. You need some solid stuns against him. And from that, we don't have a whole lot available for Team Mascarade. So Illidan can do a lot if he ever gets into a late game setup. Now, he can't be the only one to really drop some damage here, but maybe they can simply slow the game down a bit. They're gonna try. But of course, Mascarade's setup, at least early on, is super strong because that front line is super difficult to break through.
Don't forget about that Gorge. That can become a big factor here. That's something that I might even think about, just to save that Illidan on the back line. But Lauber's coming in for a flank here. Here he is. They're going for the body blocks. Looking at Make. Make's being charged. Can they get it? They're going for it. No, not quite the kill yet, as Make is able to escape thanks to Cascon and his Morales.
Yep, Bambi makes it out. Here comes Mei. Stalk is moving in. Tassadar is dropping the fence. They try for the kill, and there it is. Meat. meat for the Butcher as they are looking for another one. And already we have Illidan moving back in for a potential kill on Stitches, but they can't get it. Oh, the hook! And Tassadar is gone.
Hey, at least it wasn't Butcher.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a win for them.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this has been a fiesta and a half. 9 about to hit here for the blue team, 8.5 for the red team. They are soaking up the experience and attempting to get back in. And let's go ahead and check out the scaling here. 47 on the Butcher when it comes to meat stacks. Picks up the Unrelenting Pursuit and Meat Shield, which will make him a little bit more tanky for the engages. And we have 8 stacks here for Gul'dan, 65 for Tassadar, trying to get that static charge up as big as possible.
Yeah, it's just kind of nuts to really think about how this is going to play out, because normally with the Butcher you want to have a completely different playstyle than what Lauber has to commit to. And he's the main tank player. I really thought that they would rather go for a second support and then try to have some mad sustain for Illidan at the front, but them committing to a Butcher as well just shows that they are absolutely willing to go in for big damage. And with a good ult, with some good setups around their level 10, there might be a chance to get a sneaky kill against the backliner. That's all they can really hope for here. The problem is now that the 10s are ready, that's going to be an easy, well, an easy setup for the bottom fort, I suppose. Top side, Junkrat gets attacked. We got the Bambi already with the jump. Medivac is out. And we got the Avalanche for Mei. So no level 10 yet for the red team, but that's going to come into play any second now.
Quick second here before we move into your Twitch chat. Just hit a level 5 hype train, which is nearly unheard of here on twitch.tv/Khaldor. And it's all in the name of Handsock. Congratulations, Khaldor, and congrats to Handsock delivering for the entire chat. Now let's go for another combo as Mascarade gets engaged on, and we're looking for some meat for Lauber.
Yeah, meat for Lauber. Big shout out to my Pitch Boys, and thank you very much. And Mascarade gets out. The Butcher is about to die. Lauber, he's charging back in. He's coming for it. He doesn't have the Butcher's brand, and he commits a full-on Sudoku move as Morales is trying to get out, and she escapes. Are you kidding me? There's the Riptire attempt to take Gia and Skok down. That didn't work either. I cannot believe how these fights are turning against the red team. Another kill. Illidan is down. Gul'dan died after all. There's the white main kill. Tassa, the only Protoss standing. Unbelievable. What a setup. And Mascarade and team are now going for even more control of the map and another massive objective.
I'm afraid to look at the meat stacks. I'm pulling it up. Here we go. Hitting the tab. 36. Oof. Big wave coming in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Pushing in on that 4. This could be a key.
It definitely could be. They are crushing. Team Mascarade is doing such a fantastic job right now as they are going through the bot lane. And here we go. This is the chance now to make this happen. Mascarade is already moving in with his boys to take the keep down. Top lane pressure, they don't have to worry about it. That Zerg wave is tiny. That's not going to do anything. And it's all about the Horrify right now and some ults that are connecting. With this time. Oh, there's the isolation. Tassadar. Oh, Skog, he's alive. They save him for now. The Riptire and Illidan barely making it out. What an aggressive setup by Team Mascarade again. Oh my god.
Engage comes in, Butcher going for the back line. Illidan's here to help out as well. Lauber gets deleted. Make dropping down the double leaping strike. Illidan trying to just hang in there. Goes in for the metamorphosis. Goes straight for Make once again, but Morales has been providing the heals. But somehow, Max Passion, with his raw passion, is staying alive in these team fights. They're looking over to Morales, is trying to escape. Max Passion gets the invasion. Goes for Make. We got a Rutzo on the bottom. Not quite any kills. They're so darn low. Can he get it? Gunner providing the heals. Finally, they find one, but no Butcher nearby to get the meat.
Isn't that always the case here? So many kills that they got already, the 5, and I think out of those 5, only 20 of those meat stacks ended up in the hands of the Butcher. So it's an absolute disaster here for the team here. This is... if they could just stack him with this. But guys, again, if you enjoy Meta Madness, if you're having fun with Handsock and everybody else, if you want to have more games like this, make sure that you check out the link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube, and have a look at the website of our partner Hightech. They've been absolutely amazing to work with, and they are the reason why we can still host tournaments like that. And if you want to see more in 2021, check out the link, visit the website. Again, you don't have to go on a buying spree over there on the shop, but if you're in the market for something, have a closer look. But as I said, if you click the website and you see some traffic coming in, that's always good for the tournament here and always good for the future of Meta Madness. I'm going to talk to them soon about 2021 tournaments, and if you want to support this a little bit, that's the easiest thing that you do. You can click the link, it's all in the video description, and of course if you watch this on YouTube, hit the like button while we are liking some Riptire plays against Illidan in this game.
13's about to hit, but it's not quite there. Snowball comes out, but does not connect. That is a couple of heroics being used there. Just one, actually. As well as Junkrat's Riptire. So 2 down. The 13 will come in. And one thing to note is these fights have been very, very close already. And we know that naturally, Gul'dan and Tacet are scaling up in the background. While Illidan and the Butcher is the main focus for us as we continue to watch them because they're so exciting to watch, don't forget about what Gul'dan and Tacet brings to these team fights. They are quite disruptive and dangerous if left uncontested.
Okay, they're coming in. Morales is already silenced. The Butcher has the immediate focus. They try to take him down before he can get any kind of momentum. Bambi in the back line. Hook against the Butcher, and Lauber is dead again. He's just getting farmed here. But they get Junkrat. And it's really just a pain for them that they cannot keep the Butcher alive long enough to capitalize on these kills. Illidan is looking for a bit of a build-up too as he's starting to chase them down. The distance to safety is a bit of a problem for Team Mascarade.
Careful.
But they're starting to move back. He dodges the hook. Bambi in trouble. She's down. Max Passion, he's alive, and he gets the kills for the team.
Oh, God, I love watching that. Nice little dodge there on the hook. Damage coming in afterwards. Max Passion is just destroying right now. Now, don't forget about Gunnar. Gunnar is providing a lot of heal here. And now it seems like the red team has decided, okay, Butcher ain't scaling here. Just go in, force the engage. If you die, you die. It's whatever. You're basically just a walking bot for us. Let's allow the rest of the team to excel. Tacet there was able to use a full duration Archon, get decent damage in, and the force walls are starting to pay off. They just got to win a full team fight here and get the objective.
The problem is really they can't afford to lose another one big time. That's a big issue, and they already lost 20%. The hook, no, Galnigol, nah, he's alive. The Butcher with a big boy charge again. They need some kills. They're trying to turn it now against Mascarade. Great fence. Illidan jumps out, doesn't hit a whole lot. Can they get Mascarade? Stitches, there's the Horrify, and that's a kill. And the Butcher is finally getting a couple of stacks. But Illidan, no, he dies, and they cannot afford this. They try, oh my god, they try to take Bambi down, but the Butcher gets flipped over and dies.
Things are looking a little rough now as Tacet and G are trying their best to hold. Rain in the sucks. Oh my gosh, one auto attack on Make could have killed him off, but the heal is there for Morales, and now Gia attempts to run and is unable to do so. That's going to be what, Khaldor? A five-man team wipe!
They
Is
take
this
them.
reality?
Is this real life? Is this really happening? Yeah, we're not quite in HGC just yet, but it's definitely getting spicy here. 15 kills to 8. Level 16 talents. Taking the double tank was the key to Mascarade's success in this 5th map. The problem really, Team Lauber making a mistake, first picking Gul'dan. They got a little bit too greedy, and now they're suffering the consequences.
Oh no. Poor Lauber is having a rough time here, gets hooked one more time, trying to escape. His team is scurrying as quick as they can to keep him alive. But I think it's going to be over for the Butcher as he will fall victim to too much damage, and the rest of the team have to look on defense.
Down the platform. They dropped the ragdoll down the platform. He's gone. He's not coming back.
I thought you said he got dropped down to plat 4 for picking the Butcher.
No, not quite.
Not quite there yet.
Soon, TM. But yeah, here we go, ladies. It seems like Mascarade's team is unstoppable right now. They had a great performance. They came in first in their group, and now they are making sure that they are also coming first in the tournament. Unless for an incredible miracle, Team Lauber is at the end of the road here. We have the attack. The core is already getting pressured. Down goes Whitemane. Fantastic play. The Butcher, he turns vegan. 5 meat, 0 meat, vegan Butcher confirmed. The game's over, and Team Mascarade takes Meta Madness 4, powered by High-Tech. They lock in the victory. Nicely done. Congratulations to the team in blue as they decide the tournament in their favor.